What would Brian
Stream
Boitano
Elements
do?
says, Scorpwana is now live. Streaming Star Trek Online. Star Trek Online, what would Brian Boitano do?
Brian
March
Boitano.
31st, 2022.
What would Brian Boitano do? When Brian Boitano was in the Olympics skating for the gold. Let's see, is that reward thing happening now? Refined black voucher. Yeah. The lithium ore? Or is it just after a certain one? Huh. I thought there was something. Oh, well, whatever. Whatever. My United States of whatever.
OXNYX053 says, when you hit T5, that 30k-ish bonus for getting there is now a rep-only thing.
Oh, it's only the bonus. Okay. So as soon as you hit tier 5. Alright. How are you doing, dude? Tell them to unite for tree. Running away now.
OXNYX053 says, so at this point, my alt tunes will have buffs rocking the hell out of rep gear.
How were we able to get like reputation vouchers before? Anyway, I forget. Cause you get like so many and it's like different to get them. I don't know.
OXNYX053 says, pleasantly plastered.
You're pleasantly plastered. Disable. Freaky deaky little guys.
OXNYX053 says, recruitment reward and Ferengi Admiralty I think.
Oh yeah. I forget about the Ferengi. I barely ever do that one. I never paid attention whenever I do the like a recruitment thing. Okay, what's left? This one, okay. What would Brain Boitano do? When Brian Boitano was in the Alps fighting grizzly bears, he used his magical fire breath and saved the maidens fair.
OXNYX053 says, dude, Tetrian Ground and Operation Wolf.
Is that a good combination? Tetrion. To drain shields or something like that? Is that what Tetrion does? I forget. I forget a lot of shit. I looked myself up, just average, like, just YouTube, not YouTube, fuck. Googling myself.
OXNYX053 says, looking at your endeavors. OP Wolf is Terran Ground _event.
Oh. I can't even see that right now. I have a chat box that, whenever I'm playing or streaming, it's when I'm streaming, it's covering all that up. I can see the button, but the text kind of mingles in with everybody else's text when you're talking. So I can't really read that. I see defeat Tholian's ground, and that's about it. Because about, I don't know if you can see the mouse cursor, but halfway over here on the right side to about maybe a fifth. Is it about a fifth-ish? Yeah, about a fifth on the side is a little chat box that I have opened up, and it's at like 50% capacity, or opacity or whatever. Transparency? Shit, I can't think of talking nothing today. So I can't really see all that. Whenever I look for my endeavors, I have to click on it and go to this screen. Terran and Tetra. Yep, there it is. That's pretty good. I'll do that with, well, I need to do that with my main character, though. But, Gary the Klingon needs the endeavor points, damn it. Damn it, Gary. Damn it, Gary.
OXNYX053 says, so let me know when, and I will tag along.
Let's see. So average about what? 10-15 minutes per character when I do it on Dyson like this. But I can, if you wanted me to, I could jump right onto it. I mean, I don't have to follow my little path I usually take. Defeat Voth, really? Is that still going on? Sure is. Okay, well, let me go out here and defeat some more Voth.
OXNYX053 says, sure?
Yeah, like after I get done with Lilu, I can jump over to like, I don't know, what what character would you be, Federation or Klingon? Fighting grizzly bears. Because I'd need to really do that with Gary the Klingon to get the endeavor points. But I need the dilithium from that on my main character. Well, technically I can just transfer the dilithium straight to him, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Brian Boitano, Olympic skating for the gold. You do outside and lip by wearing a blindfold. Keep running. Don't stop. Okay. Completed 19. I click harder. I click faster. This a banana for you. Tonight we dance around the flame. Then we going to play the spirit game. Spirit names we shout out loud.
OXNYX053 says, I am not in a hurry. I need to do a bio. I can carry on either so K side 7 of 2. And if you need the dill, farm the event on Gary, and cash in on main.
Yeah, I like to have the lithium ore to have it to refine for my main character. That's why I like to do that. But one little instance is not going to hurt or anything. So okay, well I'll just continue on doing my basic thing then, and later, within like the hour or so, or maybe the second hour of play. Come on, there's got to be more options out there. Come on, where the fuck are they? Where the hell are you, Megatron? Oh, stop slowing it down. Click, click, boom. Okay, there. Right. Before I went to bed this past stream morning, I got all of my buffs or whatever. Create. It still says create manual. Wait a minute. Why does it still say create manual? Was that supposed to be taken out?
OXNYX053 says, right, you can get the instance on Gary, but when you get to the cache and use your main.
I thought we weren't able to create manuals anymore with the characters and shit. The hell? I'm gonna have to go back to that. Read it again. I can't think. It's been too much in a hurry. I was supposed to have been off today, but they called me in. So I was a little off and out of whack now. Manage history. It was yesterday.
OXNYX053 says, taken out, no 0NL, Y on the Z store pick up buffs.
Where in the world is that? Patch notes. Discussion. Question. Latest. Discussion. Forum. Not forums. I want to just read the things. Damn it. I don't have time to go through all of this and try to find that damn link again. I have an idea. Okay. Show desktop. I said show desktop. Okay, minimize then. Let's see. I can go here since I've been logging the chat now. For URLs, I can go back and look at those. I just have to remember which Streamlabs it is. It's got like 5, 6 Streamlabs listed. Game scripts, Twitch scripts, chat log, logs, previous day. Why isn't there any from the 30th? Did it just stop making them? It sure did. It's been not
OXNYX053 says, for instance, I have 5 or 22 Surgical Strike 3 manuals bound to account from the Z store pickups.
I'm trying to eat spaghetti and not get it all over me. That's disturbing that the chat thing's not working for some damn reason.
OXNYX053 says, but I cannot generate any more of them.
Get parum. Oh, message was a thing. No wonder. Shit. Okay, file save. And I had to reload the scripts. Now it should actually make one. Okay. Dumbass. I'm a dumbass. Alright. I don't know. Yesterday, I got a link to the log files or whatever. The change logs about what was going on, and I thought maybe it said that you could no longer create manuals from BOFs or something. So I was like, okay, well. Did I sell anything yet? Yep, 320. Nice. Which means I can put another one in.
OXNYX053 says, Z-Store BOFs.
Z-Store BOFs. Yeah. I don't ever get those anyway, so it doesn't matter. Let's see. Spaghetti on the chin, gotta love it. Messy shit. Especially when you're trying to hurry. One day I'm gonna have enough time to do stuff. Ah, that's too damn fast. I took the Rex down in half a second again, motherfuckers. Some of that shit spaghetti from a can. Yeah.
3 silos are under Allied control. Excellent work.
It's a waste of meat right there.
The bomb fortress has engaged transporters. Troops inbound.
I like that craft kind.
OXNYX053 says, Temporal, Romulan, Delta, Jem'Hadar expansions. Some of them offered BOFs. No longer can I pull them out of the Z-Store and make manuals out of them.
Man. But why would anybody like, I don't know, maybe it's a preference thing, they want to do that. Like, why buy bridge officers from the Z-Store that's going to cost you Zen and then just turn them into manuals? I don't understand. And I know if they were like free BOFs, then sure, yeah, turn them into manuals. Do they have specific manuals they can only make, though? Or could make? Okay, let's go back to this again. 32000. I'm just asking. I don't know. I've never made a manual out of a. I've never had a Z-Store BOF before either. So man, this pollen is tearing my ass up. Just getting over like that sinus thing before, and then the pollen starts up. Perfect. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, I'm not focusing too much.
OXNYX053 says, of what I mentioned, they are free once IO have bought the expansion, and yes, they could be made into a T3 manual.
Ah. I'm sorry if I don't seem to be like paying attention. I'm just kind of rushing for some reason because I have to go to work early and I want to play the damn game. I want to play it, like play it. But I have so much I have to do. If I'd have been off, it'd been perfect. I mean, I had planned to like do some, like do my clothes today. And I'm having to hurry and do that because I had enough for whatever, you know. But still, I thought, okay, well I'm off for 2 days, so I'll just kind of relax. First day, second day, I'll do my stuff that I need to do. You know, like, hey, we need you to come in. Son of a bitch. So now I need to get through this as fast as I can. So I can't concentrate on it or a lot of stuff or whatever. I'm tongue twisted for some damn reason. Waiting.
Back to your stations. The bots have returned.
And to add to the fact the guy...
Okay, bend over.
The guy was in line today when I was checking people out at the register. And he's just like starts telling me his whole life story. You know. Well, I remember when I was about... I'm looking...
Inverted Paradox says, hello.
Hello.
Smiley face.
Hello. How are you? I'm slightly psychotic. I'm not focusing on things for some reason. Information tends to be going into one ear and out the other. One eye and out the other ear. And the damn dogs are barking outside. One of them's in heat inside the house. She's caged up while the male is like hovering near her. Oh, fucking damn. Did we kill him yet? Okay. Y'all take care of that shit before I get there. Get him, Carl. Get him, Carl. Sick him, boy. Sick him.
OXNYX053 says, you are rushing your dill grind, I get it. But the Intel bundle could get me a Surgical Strikes 3, Transport Warhead 3, an Electromagnetic Probe 3.
The bundle. Now, could you keep collecting that? Like, when you get it one time, could you, like, if you got rid of one of those accidentally, like one of the boffs or something, could you reclaim that through the Z store? Like over and over and over.
OXNYX053 says, absolutely.
So that's why they decided to turn off the feature to create the manuals then, right? Because people were using that and probably selling the manuals on the exchange. Rather than people actually probably finding it. Well, how the hell other way do you get those surgical strikes and whatnot?
OXNYX053 says, on Z Store, but they manuals were bound to account.
Oh. So you can't sell them. So what the hell they want to get rid of them for? Damn it. It's one of those feature problems again. Whenever you get the BOF from there, would it just sit in your inventory, and like when you click on it, would it automatically add itself, or would it go to your stations tab? You know, where you go to stations here and bridge officers sitting in there.
OXNYX053 says, by spending an amount of specialization points in a spec tree.
Oh, so it's an R&D thing then. I've never really looked through all those manuals that you can create from that. I never pay attention really to... Well, I wouldn't say not pay attention. I don't remember. That's one of the things. If I don't continuously play and do specific things, then I don't remember shit about it. That's the thing. I'd have to be constantly doing it every single day, 24 hours a day. I used to have a better memory. And then I went to work. And everything's scattered. Fractured. Like I was saying earlier, I was just curious.
OXNYX053 says, OMG, if you spec correctly, the manuals you can create are there.
Boom. Yeah. That's what I was saying, like, whenever I was going through creating a character, say the skills, doing this shit, right here, this stuff. Yes, I click on something, I do something, it tells me whatever it is. These things here, yeah, I click on it, read it at the time. But it's been so long that I don't retain that because I don't use it enough to retain it. So yes, I could probably create these manuals now that I know that they're in the R&D. I just don't remember it.
OXNYX053 says, backslash.
Backslash. I mean, hell, I don't even remember, like, 10 years ago.
OXNYX053 says, now look in your spec tree area.
Again, I'm fighting. Yes, I know. It's these things. It's this stuff here. All this kind of stuff. All these other stuffs and all this other stuffs. Ugh, I'm dying. I'm dying. My main character can probably create all sorts of shit. I've never went through the list. Just whenever I want something, I go there, I find it. I don't remember what he can create, what he can't create, what size shoe he wears. I don't know. I'm done when it comes to all this stuff. I've lost half of my mind. Got information today that's going to change things at work, and it's pissed me off.
OXNYX053 says, there are a whole host of manuals you can make based upon how many total points you have spent in your spec trees.
For real? We can do this. We can run. We can run. Yes, I'm aware of that.
OXNYX053 says, for real.
For real. I mean, all I want is like the Earth to, like the world to end is all. You know, that's my whole ultimate goal in life. But other than that, and time off. I think time away from reality. That'd be a nice thing. I don't have to worry about shit for like just a few days. And even whenever I had a so-called vacation day, well, I was bombarded with questions. What the hell? I'm bombarded with, like, you know, questions. How to do this? How you do that? Could you help me do this? Blah 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 blah. You know, never just like time. You know, it's like somebody, I have a Volkswagen. I have a 1971 Volkswagen Super Beetle. Used to drive it to work. You know, because I fixed it up from nothing. I completely ignored that thing for 3 years because the job has just gotten so intense that I don't feel like I have time to do shit. I never have time. That needs to change. Wish I could quit my job. It'd be nice. Because it's going to get a little bit more tense. It's a little crazy. Watched Picard before I went to work today. Because I was thinking to myself yesterday, oh, I'll just watch it when I wake up. Well, I had to force myself to get up. Got called in because I was told someone got sick. I had to go fill in for them. I get there. No, they were sick yesterday. So I'm like, well, what the hell am I doing here today then? Oh, we were going to go to another store and work there, and we were going to have you just work here. Thinking, thanks for asking me if I wanted to do that. Now situation's changing. Have an employee that's going to be bumped up to a manager going to a different store. Having someone that's bumping down from the manager of said store coming to our store. I don't like change. I don't like change. Things work out a certain way. The way they work is great. Leave it alone. Don't mess with it. That's what I always say. Okay, we're done with that then. Collect reward. Nice. Okay.
OXNYX053 says, it seems to me, you need to be able to back away from your job. If you have the resources to do so. But I get that your family had resources to make massive funds, but not sure your stance at work.
Oh, my family, they don't have any money. I get what I get from like getting, from working. But even my 4-day attempt at a vacation failed. It's just really insane.
OXNYX053 says, random commercial.
Random commercial. Random commercial. Shouldn't be in commercials. Dude, I need to like take off or just opt out of the affiliate status because I don't like these ads. I don't know how people do it. How they deal with that shit. I know the need to work to have money to survive in the world and stuff, but does it have to be so chaotic, Why does it have to be so stressful? Why do we have to pay taxes?
OXNYX053 says, first time I've seen that here.
Well, I went and changed some ad thing to make it take forever for ads to do. Did it completely cut off the feed and go to that and then back to the feed, or did it like minimize the screen and play around it or behind it or something? I don't know. All I know is had a chatter complaining about ads, so I tried to change the settings for the ads to appear later. I think there was a setting for like the first 30s. Whenever 30 minutes is up, it would play one, and then it would like an hour or so later, or 3 hours, or so. I don't know how it works. It doesn't seem to work the way I think it should. Of course, that would depend on where I'm at, though, I guess. I don't know. I keep swearing I'm jumping between realities. Either that or I'm losing my mind.
OXNYX053 says, the chaos is up to you. I often go on vacation in an area where I've historically gotten no cell coverage. OXNYX053 says, The ad took over the stream.
The ad took over the stream. So has it not been doing that at all then? Let me go to that settings thing. See, Twitch. Damn you, fucking Twitch. I tried to stream on YouTube one time, but it was like poor quality. I don't understand what happened.
Murdoch says, I squirted in your Angus.
Hello.
OXNYX053 says, not till today.
Let's see. Viewer rewards? No. Content.
OXNYX053 says, you made my beef wet?
Okay, affiliate program. Activate your schedule to automatically run ads on your channel. It says your ad density is 0.5 minutes an hour. Okay. Let's see, pre-roll. Keep pre-roll ads on my channel. Disable pre-roll ads when I run ads. What the hell's a pre-roll ad? 30 seconds ad break equals 10 minutes pre-roll free. Ad up to 1 minute 30 seconds ad break equals. Simplify that, please. Pre-roll notifications. Enable dashboard notifications. Revenue share advertisements. I don't care for this bullshit. Stream display ads. Enable stream display ads on my channel. What if I click on disable that? What is this? If you disable this setting, you will not generate any ad revenue from stream display ads. Yeah, okay, sure.
OXNYX053 says, 0.5 minutes an hour sounds about right.
I click to turn off. It's just like says stream display ads on and off switch, right?
OXNYX053 says, keep it.
And it says enable stream display ads on my channel. I click to turn it off. It says if you disable this setting, you will not generate any ad revenue from stream display ads. I click disable. Oh, it finally it disabled it. Okay. Let me learn more here. I click to learn more and it jumps to another page. I don't like that shit. What are stream display ads? Oh, okay. Stream display ads are 10-second display ads that show on channels viewers are able to see and hear creators while these ads are displayed. Creators don't have to do anything different to use them. So they're the kind where the content stays on the screen, but you see like a little ad thing at the very bottom. So that's a thing to have or whatever, but I don't really care for that shit, so I'm getting rid of it. Let's see. Activate your schedule to automatically run ads on your channel. I can't click off of that. Okay, yeah, I can. Okay. Add density.
OXNYX053 says, okay, my profession trucker bladder tells me to go take a bio break, now.
Okay. Well, it says ad spacing. It says how often would you like to run ads on your channel? I have it set for an hour. Like to wait an hour. Ad length is 30 seconds. Start delay is 30 minutes. Ad schedule, heads up. I don't know. This is just junk. I wish there was a way to just turn off ads and still keep affiliate. I mean, the only thing I wanted to do for affiliate was make emotes anyway. I didn't want ads and nothing like that, but they got to make the ads to make their money.
Murdoch says, okay, my profession porno star tells me I need to take a giz break, now.
A giz break. I don't know. Everything's kind of just wacky doodle. Change character.
Murdoch says, what you talking about, Willis?
On the ad thing, it popped up an ad for Oxnix, and it's not done that for him before. And yesterday,
Murdoch says, I got a stomach flu earlier in the week. Haven't felt like playing games.
Ooh, did you get it from Houston? Did you go down there and go, Houston, we have a problem? We have a problem at the base. Houston has a problem at the base.
Murdoch says, yeah, maybe a truck stop on the way. Too many people cutting off their willies and pulling out their intestines.
Right? I have not even seen a thing in the news around here about that. That is just so wild. I guess they're probably trying to keep it quiet. The only thing I've seen is the guy's obituary.
Murdoch says, maybe it didn't happen?
I don't know. People have pictures of something like it happened. I'm just going by what was told. I mean, we had a customer come in who's, let's see, what is she to somebody? She's like a niece to one of our coworkers, and she said she was there. She had pictures. She showed the pictures to the coworker. I did not see these pictures, but yeah, I can't find it anywhere in like the news. I mean, I don't even know how you'd look for that. I mean, man cuts off own penis and kills self. I don't know. Got self like fish. But it's like well known all around the area. Everybody talked about it. Just like that guy that set his truck on fire accidentally and it blew up and whatever and burned down 200 acres of trees. Or they say 200,000 acres of trees. I can't remember. 200,000
Murdoch
seems like a lot.
says, wanna do the event?
Murdoch eventually,
says,
yes.
I'm on KDF.
Eventually, yes, doing the event. Ox wants to join in on the event when I do the event, too. So we gotta wait for him to come back from the bathroom before we do anything. I mean, I've already maxed out the event. I've done it.
Murdoch says, does he have a KDF?
Yes, he said he has, like, both of them. He's got KDF and a Fed and all that.
Murdoch says, groovy then.
Yeah.
But you don't have to take my word for it.
OXNYX053 says, here, what you are twitching running into is you are rated as a small-time streamer, ads per hour. Not a major streamer, ads at joining the channel.
I need to turn ads completely off. I've been thinking about opting out of the affiliate program. There's no need for me to be in it if I'm not gonna like do anything really with it. I mean, I don't care for raids. I'm gonna turn the raid option off, so I don't get raided. Sorts of things like that.
Murdoch says, when did you become an affiliate?
What is it, like 4 months ago? 3 months ago? I can't remember. I mean, that's how I have, you know, the emotes and stuff.
Murdoch says, you big time then.
No. Affiliate is nothing compared to partner. Partner is whenever you get, like, you are in it, you know. You have this amount of stuff going on.
Murdoch says, big time Scorp.
Nah. I wouldn't be big time at all for nothing. But it's only like, it's like a baby step into the partnership program where, you know, I mean, you have the achievement
Murdoch
things.
says, you ready for Hollywood now?
Yeah. Everyone's leaving Hollywood. Come on, then.
OXNYX053 says, keep the raids, leave the affiliate.
Yeah. I mean, I hate the fact that, who was it? Stygian helped me get to affiliate by pumping in, like, viewers and
Murdoch says,
from a channel.
why does it matter either way?
Well, if you're affiliate, you get the ad revenue. It's like a penny per commercial, like per view or something like that. Like if you have 30 viewers and it played that and they're not subscribed or something like that, it gives you a cent or something. So it's not really worth a lot of it. But you can build up a lot more. You know, you get like special privileges to people. The subscription thing is there, so people can subscribe to your channel. That's how that is.
OXNYX053 says, you need to be affiliate for a while to get into partner.
Yeah, I don't really care for none of that partner stuff. I mean, I used to, back when YouTube was different.
Murdoch
I was in
says,
that.
so you worth 30 cents noise. You big time now.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you exactly like how much ad revenues come in if I get the opportunity here. Let me open up another browser window. Twitch. And jump back and forth to this, since I only have one. God. I need to spend money and build a new computer for shares.
Murdoch says, Onyx, you ready for the event?
Let's see. Where's it at? Go back to affiliate? No. Insights? Achievements, channel analytics. Okay, let's see. Taking out Prime subscriptions. Ads. So far for this whole channel, I have made 88 cents on ads. It says for this quarter.
Murdoch says, we will invite Scorp shortly.
So you're looking at like 88 cents. All this stuff. That's not a lot of shit. And now since there's free emotes.
OXNYX053 says, I know a guy at partner. He left his fast food job and is making above what her earned there.
Wow.
Murdoch says you already on a team Onyx? OXNYX053 says, sure. Fed or Klingon? Murdoch says, KDF.
KDF, son. Oh yeah, I'll jump over to Gary pretty soon.
OXNYX053 says, but he also has a Patreon.
Yeah, a lot of people
Murdoch
get that
says,
Patreon.
won't let me invite you, says you're on a team already.
I mean, there's like a guy around here that
Murdoch says,
gets pretty
never
well.
mind, you got invite.
He makes supposedly pretty good on Twitch stuff, just playing games or whatever like that. But I say, you know, like if you're playing a game, like I'm playing this is not my created content. This is just something that I'm playing and people are watching. You know, it'd be different if, like, say, you're making a movie or something. Ooh, look at that.
OXNYX053 says, my team was you Murdochs.
I mean, I don't even go for like the like Discord or something like that. Son of a bitch, these guys, these people piss me off. Taking down the Rex too damn quickly. Yeah, I got the event done yesterday and got Janeway and threw her away as quickly as I got her. I don't need that. I don't need none of that shit.
Murdoch says, yeah, Janeway is trash. She a trash person. Throw her away.
Throw her away. Get rid of her. I don't have any reason to have her on any of my teams or anything like that, or my captains. What's the point? I mean, I don't know what else you could do. It's not Janeway.
All 3 silos are under Allied control.
It's
Excellent
Terran
work.
Janeway, Borg lady person. What's the point?
The Bob Fortress has engaged transporters. Troops inbound.
Call in support at captured points. Son of a bitch. It's always something, isn't it? Yesterday, when I was playing, I was doing the Operation Wolf or whatever, and this guy popped into my chat over here at the side on Twitch and said, "Hey, turn on your in-game chat." And it was like some dude and another guy saying, "Hey, we're on Twitch. Hey, everybody," like that. I'm like, really? I mean, there wasn't nobody watching me. I mean, nobody gives a shit. They were excited though, so I let them have the excitement. He followed. I mean, there you go. You don't get nothing for people following, but it doesn't bother me or one way or the other, you know. I'm here to entertain, not to make money. Okay, we need to save off on those.
Murdoch says, people came in your channel to promote their own?
No. They were just in the game playing, and they recognized my name, my you know, Scorpwana, the name, and realized that I was twitching or whatever, and they come on to Twitch and told me to look on the game in the chat, because I had the chat minimized, because I'll do that sometimes, you know, just to see the screen better. And they were shouting out hello to people in Twitch or whatever.
Murdoch says, did they call the hospital for you?
Damn my life. If I don't go to hell when I die, I'm gonna be very upset. Anybody watch Picard yet? Or those of us who watch Picard, have we watched it yet? Pickard? Jean-Luc Pickard? Of the USS
Murdoch
Enterprise?
says, I haven't seen the new one.
Okay.
Murdoch says, so no.
So no? So no?
Murdoch says, 4th episode.
So hush, 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 hush. Shush. Okay, jumping over to Gary. Gary needs the endeavors. Gary
Murdoch says, is it a good one?
Well, I'm not going to say one way or the other. Let me make sure Gary's available. Yes, he is. There's the invite. Alright, he's going to have to do Tetrion, because that's one of his things, right? Tetrion damage, Terran Empire ground. So, okay. I need to make sure that he has a multi-pistol. So, yes, he can. He can multi-pistol. The cycling pistol. Pister. Reflections in time.
Murdoch says, Onyx, you get that?
You get that right there, didn't you? You get that, didn't you, boy? You get that, boy?
Murdoch says, hope he isn't AFK.
Yeah, don't be AFK, it won't work. You gotta click the button. You gotta butt the clicking. Watch that episode of Halo that people who got the 2-episode, the press copies before the show aired, you know, one of them like put a YouTube video up about them reviewing all of it, and they said that the second episode's going to suck to everyone who's going to watch it. So he already put that out there before the show ever aired for the rest of us, and he was right. You know, the whole point of Halo with Master Chief is Master Chief's in his armor and he's doing stuff. Not
Murdoch says, what sucks?
Halo.
Murdoch says, oh Halo.
Yeah. Oh, hello there. Halo. He completely like took all of his armor off and just sitting there like a normal person.
Murdoch says, Halo just seems very Nintendo childlike thing to me. OXNYX053 says, ground or space?
I guess we're doing space. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in the Hollywood basement.
OXNYX053 says, I missed it.
You're not in the thing?
Murdoch says, I like the ship color Scorp. It's the space avocado.
It's as green as I could get it. Ox, you're not here? What the hell? You missed it. The fuck?
OXNYX053 says, wife had me AFK due to a bug in the restroom.
Shit.
All ships, battle stations.
Well, we could do another. We could do Wolf. We don't have Lieutenant Commander Data on our ship, thank you.
All ships, engage the turret.
Murdoch says, yeah, no worries.
For the rest of your days. Yeah, the dude that popped in and yesterday is from New Zealand as well as everyone else. So New Zealand / over in Australia area.
Believe that. Enterprise, Defiant, take some ships and take her down.
Yar, be taking her down, yar.
This isn't over.
Okay, Admiral Quinn guy.
Through the rims.
OXNYX053 says, but can still run an Operation Wolf, ground versus Terran.
Yes, I need to do. That's the whole point for
We've got hostiles on the station.
this was to do the ground.
Murdoch says, she has a sweet Angus. All the guys like to eat it.
Eat it, eat it. Guess what I could have done was, if I knew we were gonna do space, I would have just done my main character, and then ground for the Klingon, for Gary, the Klingon warrior. I've been thinking actually about like getting like some of the Halo games current update on here. So yesterday,
Inverted Paradox says, who was talking about New Zealand?
me.
We've got hostiles
I
on
said
the station. They're breaching our system.
I had a chatter or a person came into chat yesterday that noticed my name in the game and the Twitch.
OXNYX053 says, I seem to have about a 3 minutes delay between stream and live.
That's weird. I wonder why you have that delay. No,
Aren't going to close
a new person that came into the chat yesterday was from New Zealand. Because he asked me where I was at, and I was like, United States. He's like, I'm from New Zealand. I was like, cool. So it's like, whatever, you know, like, tomorrow, the future. Is that where you're from, too? Paradox. Inverted Paradox.
We've got hostiles on the station. They're breaching our system.
You may have told me that,
Inverted
and I
Paradox
not.
says, I'm Kiwi.
You're Kiwi?
OXNYX053 says, maybe closer to 5 minutes.
Why the lag? That doesn't make any sense. It's like those phone calls that lag. Those things are so annoying. Bitty bitty bitty.
You need to clear out the ships at Jupiter Station.
I don't need to do shit, boy. Let's cloak. Yay, let's cloak. Let's cloak. Yay, let's cloak. Let's cloak. Let's cloak.
Those rifts under control.
Let's cloak. Stop shooting. Let's cloak.
Terrans now control Projector Beta.
Yay. We cloaked. Wee.
We've got hostiles on the station. They're breaching our systems.
I mean, if I wasn't in a Zen collection mode, I'd use all this dilithium to upgrade this shit on this ship. Which reminds me, I need to check out
Jupiter Station reports 20%
the fleet. For a solid 2.5 hours this past morning, right after streaming, and then watched that episode of Halo, episode 2 actually.
We've taken control.
I got on Halo's custom edition that I have on my computer from way back in 2000 whatever.
Inverted
And,
Paradox says,
Played.
how powerful is that ship you're using?
It's not powerful at all. It's a piece of shit. Me and my shit ship. Me and my shit ship. Oh, let me see the shit, damn it.
Jupiter Station.
Oh god, it's not letting me show you all the stuff. There we go. We have a 4-weapon distributor dual cannon, disruptor cannon, resonant disruptor,
OXNYX053 says, the Alliance Cruiser SOK.
the photon torpedo launcher. I got revolutionary deflector, combat engine, warp engine, shield. It's that thing, you know, junk. And then disruptor turret, another turret, Lorca's codes,
You need to clear out the ship
Trillium
Jupiter
D,
Station.
0-point energy conduit, energy reinforced armaments, engineering plasma distribution manifold,
Projector Gamma is ours.
science temporal de-entanglement, universal hydrodynamics compensator, Nausicaan siphon capacitor, and a bunch of these little things, these disruptor induction coils, various things. I can't do fleet yet,
Now
so
they're ours for good.
yeah.
You still here, Grandma?
When I get a chance to
I thought our Janeway was
get the
in.
fleet versions of things and
Did you like the little
all
backdoor
that,
I
then
put
I
in the
will, but
station?
I don't have access to that
Enterprise is
yet.
back near Projector Beta.
Because the fleet I'm in is at level 0. And they're not in any kind of armada. Well, they are, but they're not.
Are you kidding me with this? My ships make me invincible.
Let's say they're in armadas of 0 as well, so nothing is unlocked. And I refuse to accept any kind of like charities to get it up that, you know, like invites to maps and stuff.
Inverted Paradox says, ouch.
Yes. So it's just not a pretty good ship. It's doing.
Your attacks on the Enterprise.
It's a Klingon-looking ship, and that's all that matters to my Klingon. It's just Gary the Klingon.
You kids have fun now. Back in a bit. Don't go anywhere, okay?
The Enterprise is going for Projector
Inverted
Alpha.
Paradox says, I can offer you some help with you wish.
Nah, I'm not gonna do any kind of like kind of invites to other places or anything like that to get things, you know. Because I've never been in a fleet that is a 0. Every fleet that I've been in has either been like level 50 or above, or maxed out mostly. So it's always accessible, you know. But I've never had a character be in a fleet that's absolutely nothing unlocked yet. And I think it's interesting to do that. So it's going to take Gary a long time to get his ship together, if you know what I mean. So he's doing what he can at the moment.
Are you kidding me with this?
Yes.
My ships make me invincible. Give up already.
Because I think, like, if anybody, like, you know, if you're an early on character, and you get, like, an invite to a fleet that's already maxed out, you've got everything you need from it, where's the fun in the game? It's like it slowly just kind of dissipates, you know. So, having to wait and actually, you know, come along slowly sometimes has its own little rewards, you know. Like Spock had said in Star Trek original series, wanting is not, or no, having is not such a pleasing thing as wanting. So it's like if you have the ability to just get whatever you want out of this game, no matter what, then where's the fun at? You know, the anticipation of like going toward that goal and achieving it the hard way sometimes has its own
Murdoch
rewards.
says, I can make you a captain in my fleet. Sperm Cycle 9000. Ever heard of us?
Sperm cycle. I don't think so. Speaking of sperm, man, pollen has been out, hasn't it? It's been over there too, like wild. Damn tree sperms.
Inverted Paradox says. Murdoch says,
Yeah.
probably not. Made it up.
Yeah, I doubt they'd have sperm as a viable word to put in the fleet.
Back in a bit. Don't go anywhere, okay?
You'd have to put it in a different language. They would never know. Like find the Russian word for sperm.
Enterprise is back near projector beta.
Which is really wild. I've actually seen other, you know, other areas play in this game, like, you know, people from Germany playing, because they'll be speaking like German in the chat, and people from, you know, and speaking Spanish, and even some Russian every once in a while. So you would think that they'd know if somebody was using foul language in Russian in the game, but they don't apparently. It's only if you say it in English.
BATT3MPIRE says, Day peeps, working hard or hardly working. Hard work never killed anybody, but why take chances?
Right? Hello, Bat Thrimpire. Or just Empire. Is it Empire? Or is the 3 a 3 sound? Thrimpire. Bat Thrimpire.
Projector beta has been destroyed.
You know what? I'm done here.
We set the
Tearing it up. Gonna tear it up. Tearing it up. Tearing it up. Let's see.
BATT3MPIRE says, 3 is an E.
Ah,
Murdoch
so
says,
Empire.
okay, let's do Wolf with Onyx.
Yes, Pinky.
OXNYX053 says, I hardly work, but at work I am well above try hard.
At least you've got a job that matters. Mine doesn't matter. At least people don't call me "Hey you" anymore. Oh wow. What's that said? Like level 3, so epic.
OXNYX053 says, reset my Twitch, delay at about 20 seconds.
Do you think the ad may have caused it to do that delay?
BATT3MPIRE says, work? I'm a professional bum.
Professional. Like a professional procrastinator. I put off doing everything as best I can.
OXNYX053 says, nope.
Oh.
Murdoch says, are you ready now, Onyx?
We call him Onyx. Did you do that on purpose? Like, say it backwards on purpose?
OXNYX053 says, Otter Team Truck Driver.
Okay, the Ryu came up for me. The Wii U. The Wii U.
BATT3MPIRE says, I will tell you tomorrow. OXNYX053 says, got the wee woo.
Oh gosh. That's what I said to that teacher that one time. He said, "Give me an example of procrastination." I said, "I'll tell you tomorrow." And the only thing is I wasn't paying attention to what the teacher had said. So I came up with that just sarcastically, and she thought that I did that on purpose.
Get off the damn shed!
Yeah.
OXNYX053 says, when I get around to it.
The little tiny round tuits. I've had one of those before. My mom had one at her store whenever she used to have a store back in the day. A little piece of wood that said "Tuit" on it. Everybody would ask her, "What is that?" She goes, "Round tuit."
Just what do you think you're doing, Dave?
I don't know, Dave. What am I
Everyone
doing?
here? A team of exocoms. Once you have
Hey, anybody have Abraham Lincoln's axe? Because you can use it to propel yourself forward. I called for security. Seize him. Klingons always look cross-eyed, or is it just Michael Dorn? I don't know.
operations is locked down. Use the exocoms to get the doors open.
Klingon,
Klingon,
Klingon.
Deploy exocoms to the consoles. Once all three are set, they'll start tracking the security system.
This system won't even know what hit it.
Yay! This system won't even know what hit it.
Oh boy, this is going to be great.
Opa! Opa! Oh, we gotta change over to Tetrion.
BATT3MPIRE says, yeah, they just angry mofos.
Angry mofos.
The hat nasty shot better,
All right, the exocoms have started their hack. Keep them in one piece.
Yay! Hip hip hooray! These cycling weapons are okay. Maybe I need to like upgrade them all the way to get the full benefit though. I want something that's rapid fire. This sucks.
Transporters to beam troops in.
The other one do better? What is the other one? Events, reclaim rewards, ground equipment.
System hack is 25%.
Blast assault. I hate blast assault weapons. They take too long to shoot. I want something to go brrrr. Makes me feel like I'm actually accomplishing something.
Perhaps my orders weren't clear.
Completely transparent, sir.
Murdoch says, I like ass assault weapons.
Assault,
Inverted
assault
Paradox
weapons.
says, you looking for a minigun then?
Yeah, minigun.
BATT3MPIRE says, they got a stick so far up their asses it puts lumps on their heads LL.
Yeah, this is one of the cycling weapons. The, what do you call these weapons? Cycle modulation. Where you can just change it to any type of energy type, you know, and use just one weapon. But they don't have like a minigun, which really sucks. I want me the minigun.
Almost there. System hack at 75%.
Almost there. That's what she said. Yay, now we can go back to our regular scheduled program. Here we go. Cling on.
Whoever kills these terrorists get their own ship to command.
Quit running away from me. Okay. Cling on me. When you are not strong, and I will be there. I will help you carry on. Oh, I saw somebody running, so I started running too. I thought we were at the second stage. Okay.
Bypass complete.
Security teams, report to
Cling on me.
not let anyone inside.
Ooh, the thing. The chain thing. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Ow, somebody hit me in the head.
Allowed you to open the blast door now.
But we're really doing a good job here. 14 is 60. I open the door. I am Klingon. I was watching, you know, because I keep talking about it. Pluto TV. I don't know where it comes from. It's just on the Roku that I have, and they play episodes of Star Trek: Next Generation. Well, I was watching one of them, and I hadn't watched a lot of the episodes in a long time. You know, like forever. And there was this one episode, and it had this guy as a Klingon. He says, "But I am Klingon." You know, I'm thinking, that's where I got that from.
Really don't know when to quit, do you?
You don't know when to quit, do you?
Transporter room, emergency transport.
Bam! Hadouken! Klingon! I will destroy anyone who walks through this door.
Database before they steal it from us.
You stand still while I hit you with my Klingon bat'leth.
You really don't know when to quit, do you?
I don't know when to quit, do you? That almost sounds like a...
Transporter room, now.
Dude. Today, whenever, I went to work, even though I was off today, I had to go to work.
Data acquisition at 25. Your exocomp at console gamma is offline.
The two others that were there, that work with me, well, we all, like, we went to the stock room to talk about what I needed to do for the night to get the stock room ready for the truck or whatever and stuff. And when we came back out, one of the associates noticed some stolen, or some packages of earbuds that had been stolen. And so I was like, okay. I look up, and there's a camera there. I'm like, hey, well, you look, there's a camera. We can actually watch and see who did it. So I did. It's a little boy. He had been maybe 9 or 10 years old. Stole 2 packages of earbuds by emptying the box and placing it on the shelf, and putting the contents in his pocket. Then I saw him stashing a Pokemon card set tin. It's a metal tin thing container that has Pokemon cards in it, and he stashed those somewhere where you can see on camera. And I wrote down like when the time was, so the manager can actually like look at it and judge like what to do, you know, what she wants to do about it. And I just thought, my God, this is like all right here where everyone can see it.
Murdoch says that boy need a tannin.
He gonna get one, I'll tell you that right now. Because there's other cameras, and if there's a little boy, there's usually a mother or a father
Murdoch
around.
says 50 years hard prison.
Juvenile prison. Go in a boy, come out a man. Kind of thing. come out.
Data acquisition at
Come out
75%.
somebody's bitch.
You're almost there.
Do not drop the soap, Klingon.
You won't get rid of me that easy.
There's been a lot of shit happening though at work.
Your exocom
I mean, the other day, you know,
offline.
2 bats having sex right there at the front door on the ground. Who'd have ever thought that we'd ever see that? And it drew in a pretty good crowd too. I mean, we were watching animal porn there for a long time. Then that guy, like, you know, blowing up his truck and setting, like, it was either 200 and it can't be 200,000 acres. It had to have been 200 acres because of like actual pine trees that were placed there to you know, plant like a plantation or something. You know, they wait 20 years and then cut the trees down and make profit off of it, type of thing. And then, you know,
Data acquisition.
the guy cutting his
Get me out of here.
cutting his penis off and gutting himself at a truck stop. So, I mean, there's been all sorts of shit happening. It's just amazing. But at least love was in the air that night. The bats had to have fallen off the awning at the store. Little man was holding on though. He grabbed his woman by the back of the neck. He goes, "Come on, darling, we will have sex now." He was Bela Lugosi. This is gonna work out great.
Oh, I'm not done with you yet. Ensign, lock phaser.
There's no instant lock phaser, sir. I will attack you with my Klingon bat'leth. Get here. That's not working. He's trying though. He's trying so hard. Look at him running up to it, defying gravity. I will attack you with my bat'leth. You will not survive the attack that I will give you. How do you like them apples? Damn run animation. That's funny as hell.
Keep up the pressure. You put a few dents in it, but it's still in the fire.
Fire the missile.
What would you say? It's still in the Klingon!
Power to weapon systems and fire at will.
But Commander Riker is nowhere to be found, sir.
Lock phasers and missiles. Destroy them.
Attack! I have been killed. You know, one day I'll probably get old Gary the Klingon healed up. You know, because he still has
Keep fighting.
a whole lot of problems here. He is Klingon. He will make it through anything. Except that, and this, and that. And not that either. I shall do my part on the ground here. You will die, medic. I will kill you with my bat'leth blade while I burn to death. A lot of good that's doing there, dude. Klingon! Oh, that almost knocked us unconscious. We'll turn a light on and blind them.
This is only a temporary setback.
Klingon!
Woo-hoo! So long, Quinn. I'm envious.
Dr. Quinn,
Wanted a
medicine
prominent
woman.
gas bag for years now.
He's a gas bag.
Well
There's a
done.
gas. We'll do better next time. She's like, well done. We'll do better next time, sir.
Murdoch says, GG.
Good game. And 7. I saw Oxnick say that too. He said it in game. Damn it. I may force myself to watch a movie instead of sleep tonight. Who needs sleep? Oh. Okay.
BATT3MPIRE says, GG Sully.
Sully. Alright, we left off earlier with Let's see. Letitia. So we need to do O'Neill next. Sully. Hatchet throwing Sully. Or was it an axe? It was something, like a small axe. Dr. Quinn, medicine woman's. Q. Q. When Patrick Stewart says Q, it just triggers so many memories. I actually kind of like remembered back a bunch of the times I watched TNG when I was growing up. Fuck you. Girardi. Dr. Girardi? Is that the name of that the blonde chick in the movie, the show, whatever it is? Dr. Girardi? Girati? Jeopardy? Jangling? The Berg Queen's best pal. I want to ride the lizard. Let me ride the lizard.
Murdoch says, it was always Picard saying fuck you and pulling his meat stick out, ramming it in all of the ladies on the ship. He was a beast.
Nah. No, I don't think Picard was capable of feeling anything. A good book. Riker took after Kirk. Kirk. Kirok, mister. Kirok. I could have sworn there was somebody else over here with me. I guess I'm all alone then. Yeah, we're all alone. Attack! Girardi. Jangling.
OXNYX053 says, USS Unicorn, everyone's last name is Kirk or Riker.
Kirker? Kirk. Well, like I was saying, like, you know, previous gameplays and stuff, they need to have the USS Children of Kirk or whatever, or the storyline or whatever. And then I look in here and I come across somebody who actually has a fleet named that, Children of Kirk. I've got the whole story kind of like in my head, or how it would start out, like as a series. You know, you've got this child, could be male or female, on some alien world with alien features on their face. You know, you can tell they're not human. And they're saying, "Who is my father, mother? Your father was in Starfleet, and he was a captain of a ship." And then all of a sudden, it turns out she's got a picture of him, and it's you know, Captain Kirk. You know, and he says, "I want to find my father," you know, kind of thing. Go out there, and then on the path to searching for James Tiberius Kirk, they come across someone else whose father was Kirk. And then after that, another person, another one, and another. And they all join forces to go find their father. And along the way, they keep finding more alien species who are kin to them. And so then the vessel is the USS Children of Kirk. Their mission, to find their father. Kind of turns into like a cult or something.
Inverted Paradox says, USS Blackcurrant.
Blackcurrant. USS Mister. Blackcurrant. The unicorn, though, is funny. Kirk or
Murdoch
Riker.
says, on YouTube you can watch Shatner hanging out in Bill Maher's party room. I watched it for a bit till I got bored.
Just out of nowhere? Was it live or something? You know, the average... Okay. William Shatner is now 91 years old, right? You reckon how much longer he's got? You know, he's still active. He's doing things. He's apparently in great health and everything like that. So on average, 100 years, average lifespan of people nowadays that are managing to live that long once they get past 90. So
Murdoch
he's got like
says,
9 years left?
https://www.youtube.com/watch. V equals Deliofzik and T equals 399s.
Yes, I'll click on that. I should be capturing that on my logging thing.
Murdoch says, it's a real slash.
A real slash? It's got 4 slashes? Three it's only a 3 slasher. That URL's long enough, damn it.
Murdoch says, cling in me.
Cling on me. Cling on me. It's a slow, enchanting Klingon song. It's Gangster's Paradise or whatever. That's how it's gonna look too. Michelle Pfeiffer and dude like getting all sweaty. Weird Al Yankovic parody. Cling on me.
Murdoch says, it's so stupid yet addicting.
Yes, it is. Mostly stupid things are addicting to those of us who love stupid stuff. Cling on me when you go to Stovacor, and I will be there. I will help you move on, Klingon. It will not be too long, Klingon, for I will be there at the gates of Grathor. Whatever. I don't know. You can probably come out with something really well, you know, brought out or whatever. Go get Wayne Brady and have him create a song out of it. Stovacor, Grathor, cling on me. Cling on, cling on, cling on, cling until your dreams come true. There's a recent
Inverted Paradox says, say what you like about William Shatner, but you cannot deny that he really doesn't look like he's in his 90s.
That's true. But he's pretty heavy too, so the fat kind of fills in the wrinkles, is what somebody was saying in the chat one day.
Murdoch says, yeah, sing it like Robert Plant.
But
Murdoch says, yeah, he has a belly.
But he's always kind of been that way. I mean, and he's probably had, you know, several replacements follically. Probably a lot of injections in his face over time. But yeah, he seems well enough, you
Murdoch says, he has eaten all of the dreams of the universe.
He's eaten all the dreams of the universe. Mister. He's eaten a lot of stuff here, mister. But yeah, he's done pretty well. I would say he's like, you know, like him or hate him, whatever, you know, like hate him or like him, whatever, like that. He's like Mr. Star Trek in a way, you know, like a lot of the stuff he brought into fruition. If that's how that word goes, I forget. Made happen. Gene Roddenberry and all them, and him stealing scenes and stuff, and could you just imagine Star Trek, the original series, without William Shatner? What would it be like? You know, would it have been like just Pike? or somebody else playing
OXNYX053 says, okay, my Klingon fleet stuff is kicked off. Good night. I may see you all Friday night, if
Alright,
not
dude.
Saturday.
Alright, dude. Well, good night, morning, evening.
Murdoch says, those were the days, when you could club one over the head and drag her back to the cave to make a family. Murdoch says, night P.
Night P. Good night, Oxnix. Wet dreams, wet dream. Any other instances running I can just like clamp onto? Cling on me. Shatner. Shatner never knew her. Oh, Bill. And he keeps coming out with quote unquote music all the time. I mean, his rendition of Bohemian Rhapsody is something else to cherish, you know.
OXNYX053 says, good night P.
Good night, P. Good night, Titi. Bye bye, poo poo. Good night, night, boo bye, boo boo. Hey.
Judas D. Cott says, Judas too high.
Hey, yo, Judas. How you doing, dude? Hey, dude. Ugh. About to have a night of streaming fun. Are you pondering what I'm pondering, Pinky? I think so, Brain, but
Judas D. Cott says, doing good. Yourself?
doing as best as I can under the circumstances of life. If
Murdoch says,
that means anything.
well, it's that time for me too. Gonna finish watching the BBC special on WW3. It's like a mock story of how Putin goes after the Baltics and he nukes some ships, then US nukes some ships, then I guess world explodes. Then
Oh.
gonna watch Picard.
Okay.
Murdoch says, oh hey Judas.
Oh, so you're gonna prepare for World War III.
Judas D. Cott says, here Murdoch's.
Yo. Yo there. Yo. Yo, buddy. Well, enjoy watching World War III's documentation and history. Would that be a
Murdoch
prequel?
says, catch ya laters then.
Catch you later, dude. So if you're watching a documentary about
Murdoch says,
World War
Unclejo
III,
9 Rillo and
Is it-
Unclejo 9 Rillo mit Unclejo 9 Rillochery.
is it like foreshadowing or something, or like a prequel to World War III? Like previously on Life. All I know is
Murdoch says, yes. Murdoch says, exactly.
somebody better flip the channel, because this reality's getting kind of bleh. And I swear,
BNTTPMPIRE says, I watched Picard an hour ago. Priorities.
right? Yeah. You watch that shit when you can. Got something else important to do? Nah. Watch that first, huh? Yeah. I'm gonna really hate it whenever Picard ends. I mean, it can only go so long, you know, but it's hopefully it can like spin off maybe other things of the same universe. You know, since Picard is from TNG's era, maybe it could open a doorway to more possible TNG type scenarios in that universe versus Discovery versus Strange New Worlds, how it's going to set itself up.
Murdoch says, Timeofo 7 Timeof Pep Timeof Glob Timeof Flurk FZTVDANCEFZTVHELLOTHEREFZTVKAPPAOFF Unclejo Dance Unclejo Love Isalien Unclejo Chucks Unclejo PL Unclejo EA Unclejo SE Unclejo 9 Cat Foria.
It's a lot of uncledging. It always sounds like clenching. That's one anus or something like that. Clenching your ass. I just wonder, like, will Brent Spiner show up in
Judas
Strange
D.
New
Cott
Worlds?
says, wow.
No, right? That's a mouthful. Since Brent Spiner's played Data, you know, in TNG, then, like, what is it, in Enterprise, he played one of the Sungs. He's played several Sungs over time. Even in TNG, he played Dr. Sung Noonian or whatever. Then he keeps, like, you know, coming back for, like, different things and versions of himself and stuff. So maybe he can be in Strange New Worlds as another Sung. Who knows? Strange New Worlds. To seek out strange new people and all their surroundings. To eat as many pizza pies as... Judas, what game you playing tonight on your stream? I know you're going to be streaming. You're streaming almost every night because it's in your blood. 'Tis who you are. You are a streamer. Stream on. Meow, meow, meow.
Judas D. Cott says, probably Apex.
Apex. I came close to downloading that again the other day. I need to just go ahead and do it. Just try it.
Judas D. Cott says, gotta grind ranked.
Oh. Now, do you buy anything off of that game? Like with real money? With like Xbox money or whatever? Like gear and all that kind of stuff and outfits and certain players? Or do you just like...
Judas D. Cott says, I don't.
Ah. Is that in the game though? Kind of like Fortnite? I think they even did that to Halo. Even though I suck at first-person games and don't know how to strategize for shit, I find myself playing a little bit of first-person-y stuff every once in a while. You know, always like, if you ever have, like, if you're in a team, you know, and you're like, okay, you flank this way, you go that way. I'm like, okay, I'll go down the middle and leave before everybody else. You know? And then be the first one to die. It was always, like, the worst thing. Like, if I was ever on anyone's team, I was always apologizing, like saying, sorry that I'm on your team. You know you're going to lose. Because if it's like first team to 15 kills wins, I'm like, I'm going to be 14 of those 15 killed. You know. That's how I usually am with everything. It's like you're trying to aim at somebody. Oh, look,
Judas
a pretty
D.
flower.
Cott says, but you can earn stuff like skins for free. You can craft items too. But the cool skins you gotta pay for.
Oh, yeah. The money ones, huh? I am thinking about downloading it. It's like 50 or so gigs or something like that. And I think my computer can probably handle it. I'm not too sure. The minimum requirement seems as though I could. But, you know, and I wouldn't get rid of it. If I'm downloading something that huge, I'm keeping it for, you know, just on the hard drive unless I need to really get rid of it. I used to, on any Steam game, I'd back up the game. That way, if I needed to install it again to play it, I didn't have to rely on the internet because my internet was slow back then.
says, saw Picard with a friend. Now we are caught up on shows. So we watched Children of Men. What a kick in the head that film still is.
Children of Men. Never heard of that. Men, men, manly, manly, men, 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 manly, manly, men, men. So yeah, you were kind of right about that Gary 7 thing. They sure are throwing a lot of Kirk references in all of a sudden. Like, what is this, Picard or Kirk, you know? Kirk mentioned that
Arcanoloth says, it's one of the great SF films. If you haven't seen it, cannot wreck enough.
Well, I'll definitely have to check that out then. Children of Men. So it's not like 3 men and a baby and a space child or something? No.
Arcanoloth says, yeah, Picard is on fire so far. Really enjoying.
It's like, how many more references can they have to the original series and stuff? That's amazing. Kirk even suggested that Kirk did this and Kirk did that. They went back in time the way Kirk did. Gary 7, Kirk.
Arcanoloth says, Children of Men is based on a book. The book was very atmospheric. Film is more action-heavy but still nails the feel of the book emo.
How old is that movie in the window? I had to add in the window. Is it like within the past 20 plus years or 5 years?
Says, but yet I like it when they use the world of Trek to tell stories using callbacks, but it's not just member berries, it's in service to the plot.
Yeah.
Arcanoloth says, Children of Men was 2006. Won awards.
Won awards. So I'm guessing... damn it. They had to do the Rex now. I'm not done ready for that. I'm guessing that whatever her name is that Picard's talking to, that's watching after Renee Picard, I'm guessing she must be a somehow or another related to whoever was the Romulan lady. I don't know the names anymore. Or are they the same person?
Arcanoloth says, yeah, we still don't know why our supervisor is a lookalike for a Romulan 400 years later.
And we have no idea why whatever Sung this is, his daughter looks just like the other girl person. It's called Actors Need to Act.
Arcanoloth says, but remember BSG and Gaius talking to Six in his head? Yee buddy.
BSG and Gaius talking to number 6 in his head. Gaius Baltar. Gaius. Hello, Gaius. How you doing there, buddy? Ow, that hurt me, that hurt.
Arcanoloth says, if Sung ends up being responsible for the augments, I'ma slap my knee.
Well, yeah. It's kind of like how it seems to be heading that way, doesn't it? Like his research brings on the eugenics wars.
Great so far. Can't wait to see how it ends.
How many more episodes are there? I don't even know how many episodes there were in the first season. 9, 10, something like that. Tag team back again. Check it to wreck. Now let's begin. Party on, party people. Let me hear some noise. Alan! It makes sense to be a Sung that's responsible for the eugenics wars.
Arcanoloth says, but yet, watch Children of Men if you want to see Michael Caine play a pothead.
Michael Caine. Is it your cocaine or is it Michael Caine? We don't know whose cocaine it is. Michael Caine is always playing in a lot of things that make no sense. But he's Alfred in a lot of things.
Arcanoloth says, haha.
Yes. There's that, I don't know if it's Vanity Fair or whatever, where it's him, Morgan Freeman, and, dude, I can't remember his name or whatever, all sitting around answering questions, and whenever it comes to Michael Caine's turn, he just keeps rambling on about something all the time, and they keep telling him to shut up, and it's hilarious. It's cocaine. It's cocaine is this. It's cocaine. He's got sausages and beer, and it's cocaine. He's in a movie with Tom Cruise, Elizabeth Shue, the Walgreens. I don't have a fucking clue. Well, I'm surprised the outskirts didn't get taken over already. Son of a bitch.
Arcanoloth says, Chris Nolan says he puts Caine in all his films cause he likes to hear him talk.
He just likes his voice. He's got that kind of sausage talk. Like he's had way too many cigars. Master Wayne. Master Beta. What you want, Alfred? Angry Batman. Happy Batman.
Arcanoloth says, final episode of Peaky Blinders Sunday. Pumped for that one.
Peaky Blinders. I don't know that I've ever heard of that either, neither. You may have mentioned it, but knowing me, I've forgotten already. That's why everyone's secret is safe with me, because I never can remember shit. I used to remember all sorts of things. And then I went to work. And it stole my mind, man. It stole my mind. Mine stole me. Like I had mentioned
Arcanoloth says, Peaky Blinders is a show where you can watch the first episode, and if you like that, it's pretty much all like that. Very stylish.
Oh my god, the Rex again. It's amazing when I don't want the Rex to... You suck if I can do some bitch. Shit. Damn it, Jim. Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
Arcanoloth says, BBC show, Cillian Murphy as the lead, everyone is drinking / smoking / cursing / shooting people.
Ah, so like an average day over there in Britain. No, I'm kidding. I don't know anything about it.
Arcanoloth says, the real-life Peaky Blinders were a street gang in Birmingham during the interwar era. They faded out after WW2.
They faded out, but now they faded back in with new episodes coming this fall. Mistress? Is that Janeway? Yep, that's Janeway. Someone named her Mistress.
Arcanoloth says, they were mixed Irish and Gypsy stock. Their trademark was razors sewn into their caps, which they used to cut people.
Wow. For some reason, you made me think of the movie Snatch there for a second. Snatch. $4D9. 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 Need 9 for it? Smack. Bam. Wham bam. Thank you, mama. Bum 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 bum. Wham bam bam. Thank you, ma'am. Bam 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 bam. Thank you, ma'am.
Arcanoloth says, haha yes, Snatch shows you the modern day pikeys. Not much has changed from their depiction in the Peaky Blinders show.
Got Jason Statham in it, doesn't it? And that's the first movie I ever remember Jason Statham being in. And Brad Pitt. It starts with one thing. I don't know why it doesn't.
Arcanoloth says, still living in carts, but motorized instead of horse-drawn.
One battle command credit. All that effort for nothing. All of it for nothing.
Arcanoloth says, Jason Statham was in Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, which is what put Guy Ritchie on the map and got him the money for Snatch.
Oh. It's been a while since I watched that.
Arcanoloth says, before that film, he was dancing in a Speedo in Eurotrash music videos.
Jason Statham. Now he's a kick-ass action hero.
Arcanoloth says, look it up on YT.
YouTube. Look it up on YouTube, okay, bye.
Arcanoloth says, even in the 90s he was bald.
He was just naturally born that way. He was born being a transporter. What was that crazy movie he was in where he had to like carry a battery around to keep his heart working or whatever it was? It was like based on a video game physics or something. I can't remember. I can't remember a lot of stuff anymore.
Arcanoloth says, haha, crank.
Crank, that sounds right. For some reason I was thinking in my head of Blitz or
Arcanoloth
something.
says, fuck you Chev Kelios.
Yeah, wasn't that supposed to be like based off a video game type environment or something where he would fall but not die or something like that? Been a while. That was pre-COVID. Before the world ended. Before 2012 when the world ended and we were backed up and then placed on an alternate world like right now. According to conspiracy theorists.
Arcanoloth says, crank was like, we found a GoPro, what can we do with this?
Let's give it to Jason Statham and put it in an average day of his life. Jason Statham. John Maine. I don't know if I collected that for O'Neill. O'Neill. Oh, far. Oh, wherever you are. O'Neill. I'm going to have to go back to him and see. Ew, it must be. It's exceeding the limit. We can't do that right now, buddy. 128,000. Just I remember. The L's are pronounced with R's. Literally. My shitty walls. Engineering, mister. Consider that an order, man. Damn it. $15.30. Plan. Plan more. There's some more. Deet. Damn it, I stayed up way too early yesterday. Or last time I streamed. Let's see, we go back to O'Neill because I don't think I collected his dilithium. So after I got off the stream, well, I stayed awake for another 7 hours? Something like that. Something like that. Yeah, it was something like that. I was like, I'm gonna watch Halo Episode 2, and I was gonna watch Picard. Then I got involved in playing Halo Combat Evolved. Yes.
Arcanoloth says, have not seen Halo yet. Any good?
Let's just say the critics and people are pretty much spot on with what their interpretation of how the episodes are in Halo. Now, again, it's like, it's not set in lore timeline. You know, it's like its own little thing, you know, kind of like Star Trek was. It's using the same characters or a mixture of new characters with the old character type personas. And, of course, the Master Chief is there. But the combat, like, you know, like fight scene, pretty awesome. I liked it. But I'm agreeing with a lot of people out there about, like...
Arcanoloth says, RT says Halo is too derivative of better science fiction series to emerge a fully formed elite, but glimmers of promise and faithfulness to the source material signal it's not out of the fight just yet.
Rooster Teeth? Are they still a thing? They've had a lot of scandal here lately. Or within the past few years.
Arcanoloth says, Rotten Tomatoes.
Ah,
Sorry.
oh, okay. Yeah, there's... Okay. You've played a lot of Halo, haven't you? Or do you know a lot of the lore of Halo and all that? Like the one thing that has never happened in Halo is like the fans have never seen the Master Chief fully face on. You know, they've seen like his eyes one time. There was even like the like an alpha release of a multiplayer map where you can trick the camera into seeing inside of his helmet, but it was like a potato head or whatever there. But you've never seen his face.
Says, I'm not the lore nerd, sorry. Halo CE was good.
Yeah, but one of the things is Chief never, his face is never revealed, right?
Arcanoloth says, but yet, Master Chef never takes off the helmet, that's the one rule.
Master Chef. Sick. It's just Master Chef. Well, in the first episode of Halo, he takes off his helmet, and everyone sees who he is. Some have been comparing it to The Mandalorian, in a way. Like the story and whatnot. He's even got like a a youngling that he's like watching over and everything, like a precious artifact that he's trying to get to figure out where he needs to take it and all that kind of stuff. It's worth watching if you know, if you don't know too much about it, the lore. But since there was like press releases of it or press versions.
Arcanoloth says, apparently there has been a bunch of animated and live-action stuff in the Halo universe. I had no idea.
Oh yeah, there's been a lot of stuff. There's like this whole I can't remember what it's called though. It's like you said, it's anime. Some of it's like a backstory thing based off of the books of Halo. But the series, apparently, they're not taking anything from any of the past, like the books, the games, nothing like that. They're just making their own thing out of it, according to a lot of people and sources. But it's okay. I mean, like I was saying, this one guy who has a YouTube channel, he had gotten 2 press copies of it, which is like episode 1 and 2, and he went ahead and said that the second episode sucked.
Oh yeah, that's super lame.
Yeah, he said that the episode 2 sucked, so everyone thought, yeah, it's gonna suck. Then since this guy said it was, because this guy's like well known about like reviewing things, and then as soon as it came out, yeah, it was not too much. I mean, the whole point of having Master Chief in a series of Halo is so that he's in his armor and you know, continuing with the story, not with his helmet off and then he takes his armor off to sit down and drink with a buddy or whatever, you know. Talk about old times or whatever, yeah. That kind of throws it off from a lot of people. But it was almost like episode 2 was like a filler episode feeling, like of an established series that just needed one more episode to fill in like the episode mark, and this is only the second episode. But whenever in the first episode when Chief removed his helmet, it's like it was a completely different thing I was watching, you know, because while they do have the armor looks just like it does in the Halo video games, like spot on, because they took like 3D, you know, renders of it or whatever and actually made it practicality, like 3D printed and all that kind of stuff, so they actually have the real stuff. They just sized it according to the actor, you know. The actor is like, he's not 6'10" like the Master Chief is supposed to be. It's like 6'2" or whatever. So they add little lifts to the bottom of his feet to make him a little taller. But yeah, you know, as long as you don't associate it too much with the actual video games, it's not bad. It could be better. I mean, there's a scene where one of the aliens on there have one of their energy weapons, and the prop is not painted. You can clearly see it. There's a CGI weapon that's thrown down that looks like it's a scene from like Halo Combat Evolved, you know, the first video game. Just kind of slides around in the dirt and doesn't move the dirt at all.
Arcanoloth says, haha.
There's a little CGI Master Chief hop that doesn't seem like it's normal, but then again, you know, they have these special strengths and stuff, so they can make it look like they're doing weird stuff. But it wasn't too bad. Like the first scene is the first fight is between, you know, the Spartan / Master Chief and his kind versus the Alien Covenant elite soldiers, and that was not too bad. But just when you get in between like all the little small stuff that
Arcanoloth says, https://editorial.rottentomatoes.com/guide/best sci-fi movies of all time/.
It's almost like whenever that version of Wolverine got leaked that had the green screen and the wires and stuff. That it's like sort of like that, like it's unfinished. and a lot of it's not really believable to a certain point.
Arcanoloth says, just logged into ESO, saw a Kajit named White Chocolate.
Kajat.
Arcanoloth says, I remember that work print, that was fun.
Oh hell yeah. There's like another little nitpick that some fans have been talking about. There's a scene where as soon as the alien covenant, like elites or what, it's the elites, not the actual covenant, but just the elite versions, the super soldiers, you know, that come in. And the settlers who's getting invaded by them have like machine gun turrets attached to vehicles. Well, they shoot at the alien elites and barely even do any kind of damage because they have the shields, you know. The elite have shields. Well, then all of a sudden the Master Chief picks up that same damn weapon and is able to kill them off like nothing. Like, but, you know, he can fire the weapon and kill shit, and normal people can fire it and not do a damn bit of damage. So there's that too to that, but you gotta suspend your disbelief. God's best sci-fi movies of all time. So it's very interesting. A little few things. But Halo lore, it traverses like several books, the video games, of course, little miniature episodes of things. Hell, even like Red versus Blue from Rooster Teeth, inspired by Halo, and they made Machinima, which then went on to create more stuff of Machinima, which is using the game engine to create, 3D animation stuff and episodes and things, which was pretty awesome. I even wanted to try that myself, which is why I made the map, the SGC for Halo Combat Evolved Custom Edition.
Says, I knew some guys in my reserve unit who would read all those franchise novels, Halo, Warhammer, Star Wars, etc.
Yeah, I've never read any of those. I'm not much on reading. It hurts my eyes. Especially books. But then I found out I should have had glasses when I was a kid. So I've got them now. Sort of. Sometimes. When I'm driving. That's about it. Or watching shows. I like to watch my shows. My shows are very good to watch. My shows are. I like to watch my shows. This reminds me I need to watch the latest episode of The Flash.
Arcanoloth says, I used to read, like all the time. I could eat books in a day in my teens.
I just get so distracted. Like, whenever I would start to read a book, I could get into it, read it up to a certain point, and I would stop and completely forget about it.
Says, these days I read a lot, but it's mostly online content. I'm like a fat guy at the buffet, chowing down on junk.
Yeah, I've gained a lot of weight myself.
Arcanoloth says, thinkin' it's time to put my brain on a diet.
Reading in all the junkware. Junk? Ain't no junk. That's truth. Everything you see out there online, it's for reals. It's true. There's no such thing as made up content. You're reading it, damn it. What do they always say? Don't believe everything you see on TV or whatever. You can't believe anything you read either. You can't even trust your own eyes anymore. The shit.
Arcanoloth says, haha, that's true. They are not allowed to lie on the net. That's against the law. Arcanoloth says, someone would call the cyber police.
The tunnel snakes. We're the tunnel snakes and we rule. Oh, shit. I'm mentally and physically exhausted. It mostly derives around work. Yeah. Kagan the Klingon. Kagan ice cream. Let's see. I'm really wanting to use some Zen, but I don't need to. I don't. No. No. No Zen for you. 192.
Arcanoloth says, if you need a laugh, and you've already seen Jackass Forever, I'd humbly suggest Zola. It's not a great film, but it's definitely a film. Based on a true story.
I have not seen Jackass Forever yet. I keep forgetting about that.
Arcanoloth says, you saving up for leg pack?
Yes. Any little bit I can get. Since I got like a little $50 Visa card for Christmas as a gift from my stepfather, I put that in my Steam account just in case I need to use it to get some Zen, when that comes back around. But only if I build up enough in game to make the disc. Because what was it last time? It was like a
19,000.
Says,
someday, I would like to make enough money that the price of stuff such as the Stow leg packs don't even bother me.
Yeah, it bothers me all the time. Buying things when they can be for free.
Mind you, I'm still not going to buy it. But not because of the price.
Ah. Let's see who's next. Archer's next on Sci-Fi. Yeah, I wouldn't like actually.
Arcanoloth says, it's the principle of the thing.
Like the cost of that stuff being so expensive. You think they'd have more money coming in if they would like lower the prices of everything like significantly to like reasonable prices? So you think like
Arcanoloth says, imagine dropping thousands to rent pixels, and then the next day you get banned.
Right? That's true. And that's all it is like, a little like a 3D ship or whatever that's created in...
Arcanoloth says, I mean, I have no idea. Obviously they see what is selling, and set those prices accordingly.
It's just crazy though, like a virtual ship that you physically cannot have. Well, you can send it to that 3D print thing or whatever for the website and it'll 3D print you that ship and send it to you. But as far as actually having something
says,
that you keep,
as long as you are having fun, that's great. But I'm saying, any of us could be banned at any time.
Yeah. Or what if the game like suddenly is just gone the next day, after you've spent hundreds of dollars on something.
Yeah, I would 3D print that stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's got the option, but have you seen the prices for 3D printing like a ship from the customization screen? That's insane. I mean, I'd much rather like have a 3D model of something, say, in the game on my computer at all times that I could access and do what I want with.
Arcanoloth
versus
says,
buying it.
Shutdown is somewhat less likely than being banned, but also a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen like, say, you spend hundreds of dollars on something in this game and then the next day you can't use it, you can't even play anymore. That would really suck. I'd be all like, I want my money back, but then you look at the terms of service, it's like, no refunds kind of situation, and you're like just screwed, and then you don't even care to play the game anymore, you've lost money. That's kind of how that's the general idea I have too in my head about a lot of stuff in this game. I mean, that's why I can't justify like actually buying anything, especially since, like, what is it? Usually 3,000 Zen for one little ship, and that equals $30 in real life. 30 US dollars. Just for something virtual that you cannot physically touch or have, that could be gone in an instance. I just don't see it. I've learned, that philosophy came to me back on the Windows games for Windows Live days. I'd buy games from on there, install them, play them, and stuff like that. But then, like, kind of uninstall them to, like, have
Arcanoloth
room for
says,
stuff.
I predict STO will not shut down within 8 quarters of the Gearbox sale. That's 4 quarters for management to reorg, and another 4 for whatever changes they make to look at and say, yeah, this isn't fixable in any span of time we consider reasonable, pull the plug. Arcanoloth says, that's my personal worst case scenario, and I don't think that will happen, but it's within the realm of possibility.
Oh yeah. Anything can happen if it will happen, that's for sure. But I like, during the time, like, games for Windows Live, and I bought those, like, games and stuff, and once you uninstall them, you can reinstall them, but it'd have to download from, like, the internet all the time. But then games for Windows Live stopped, and those games that you bought, well, you didn't have access to them anymore. You had the key for them, the product key that was given to you, but that was useless because you'd have to still buy a physical copy of the game in order to have it. And I was like, dude, I'm not spending any more money on virtual shit if I can't have a physical copy of it anymore that actually installs correctly and works and stuff. It's just kind of why I like Steam. At least you can back up that
says,
stuff.
yeah, GFWL shutdown affected a lot of games.
I mean, I backed up, like, physically backed up, like, Batman Arkham Asylum or whatever, and a few other little games that I could back up. And the only way I could do that is whenever I was installing the game, I would stop the install, by not progressing with it, and go into the temporary files and copy the game installation and put it, like, actually into a folder.
A few devs patched their games, like Gearbox patched Borderlands 1 to swap the old game's P multiplayer for Steam.
Which, after all that too, they did the Steam thing where you can actually use your product key if you had it and migrate over to Steam and stuff, and which I did with Batman. I played the hell out of that game like 4 times. Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, the other Arkham. There's a few Arkhams, I can't remember. There's one that is actually the city, and there's that one you just fly around. But yeah, I was kind of just about all that. There's like a few games, maybe 3 games that I can no longer get back that I paid like $60 a piece for, because that's how much games are, like 59, 90 something or whatever. And back then,
Arcanoloth says, Arkham series was good, one of those games I can enjoy watching people play. The combat had a rhythm.
Oh yeah, and if you ever got into that, my gosh, it was so fun. I got to where I could actually play without the notifications above your head.
Arcanoloth says, what's your fav game with GFWL?
The only game I ever had was the Batman games, like Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, and I have them on Steam too. They're still installed, I think, too. God, that library is just slowing down. Arkham Knight, Arkham Origins, Arkham City Game of the Year Edition. The other Arkhams. They're still installed. Oh, I have Arkham Origins uninstalled and Arkham. That's right, because it was on the hard drive that died that time. Deadpool, Quake 3 Arena, Sims 3, Lego World, Space Engineers is uninstalled, Rust is uninstalled. What?
Arcanoloth says, okay. Yeah, the Arkham games convert to the non-GFWL version on Steam.
Yeah, that's kind of how I got the Arkham games back. I mean, I did. I have it saved on this hard drive still to this day. The installation for Games for Windows Live version of that game.
Arcanoloth says, BIOS Hawk 2, classic Dark Souls.
But I like to play in the Arkham games. They were, like you said, there's a rhythm to it. Oh, there's another instance. Like when you get into the fight scene, such scenarios.
RE5, Super Street Fighter 4.
Oh, Street Fighter. I love Street Fighter. It's one of my first games before Mortal Kombat, I think. Played Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo or whatever, or just Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Yeah, it was the SNES version, the first one of those. With Ryu.
Arcanoloth says, Fallout 3 has community mods that remove GFWL.
Nice. I've still got that installed. I don't know if I should really uninstall it. I'm afraid it's like some games that I've had on here for ever. I mean, I guess it's probably why my computer is the way it is.
Oh, suck it! Yeah, you little shit.
Rizzle, hey dude, where you been, man? Commander Rizzle, back in the scene. Look at that. Wow, it's been a while, dude. Hope everything's all right. But yeah, my computer, like, I've kept things installed and like installed Windows when you're not supposed to be able to over stuff. You know, like what was it? One of the
CMDR_Rizzle says, took some personal time, on the mend. How's y'all?
Oh, we're doing out here in the world. Well, I'm hoping that time did good for you. You know, got your mind where you need to be and all that. It's good to have a time where you just, you know, take off for yourself. Wish I could do that all the time. I guess sleeping is a good time for that to happen. But yeah, you know how like in certain Windows installations it says that it will wipe your computer and all that kind of stuff to install, and I'd find a workaround where I could keep everything installed. I mean, even on this computer, I've got like Windows XP things that should not be on Windows 10. You know, like it's got recordings of me talking to the computer back then. I found them one day. Because, you know, that's how you calibrated the XP version of text-to-speech or whatever, speech recognition, was that you read its stories that it would provide to you so that it'll know the way your speaking pattern was. And that's why, to this day, I could talk to my computer if I have that setting turned on, and in any kind of way of talking, it understands me for some reason. It can dictate and everything if I wanted it to do that. But that was before the speech recognition in the later Windows. I mean, I could use that in the chat. I had made an IRC script about it one time, to where I could just type or I could talk and it would type for me. You know, that was before a lot of the recognition was already out. I even came across, like, what was it the other day? It was yesterday. I was just curious about like this, like, because we've talked about programming stuff or whatever like that, and I was thinking, okay, well, I've programmed for things. I wonder if any of my scripts for MIRC are still out there that I could created. And I found myself like looking at an old post that I don't even remember being in, teaching someone how to use MIRC scripting, creating something for them, and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, dude, I don't even remember that shit. You know. It's amazing what you just kind of forget. Wow. Yeah, dude, Riz, I didn't know, like, if you were alive or not. I would have messaged you, but I figured you were wanting some time away from people or something like that. So that's why I didn't message you. I even had asked Judas if he had heard from you, and he said, well, yeah, you know, he didn't tell me anything at all about anything at all where you were at. I was thinking, well, okay, well, as long as he's okay, you know, and still alive out there in the world, that's what matters. Sterile.
CMDR_Rizzle says, my bad. Judas reached out. Wasn't my intention to just dip for that long with no word, just happened that way.
Yeah, I understand. Things happen in the real world out there, and we have to, you know, we just disappear from things. I've done something like that before, where I would be a part of like a community type situation where you're doing stuff and you're keeping in contact, you're talking with people, then all of a sudden you just like something happens and you just don't want to deal with it. You don't want to deal with other people. You don't want to be out there. Something can happen to where you just
Arcanoloth
don't
says,
want anything.
yeah man, life happens. Deal with that first. Twitch will still be here until Jeffy B runs out of money. Judas D. Cott says, I've been there before.
Jeff B? Yeah, we like, it's almost like, I don't know about the situation you may have been in, but I have been in like a severe like depressive state in the past to where I just didn't want to deal with anything ever and just kind of disconnect myself from virtual life, I guess you could call it, where I would just disappear from anything. And like, you know, if you're part of some sort of a group and you're talking every single day, doing this, doing that, and then just like boom, gone one day, gone forever, not even going back to it. There's things now that I've not been back to for years. I'll like pop into something every once in a while, but yeah, totally get it. Or get my part of it. I don't know, like everybody's, but sometimes you just need
CMDR_Rizzle says, speak of the devil lol. Same. I only got in game to refine and keep up on the event. But I was dealing with mentals, keeping to myself. Wasn't even talking to my best friends IRL.
No. I've been kind of like that in a while. Actually, I don't really have any friends in real life anymore. I've just drifted off from everything. You know. Oh man, that hurts my fingers. Sure, there's like people you're around and stuff all the time, but people to talk to about things, you know, I've never had that. But yeah, it's like a little, for me, it was like a type of a crisis, early life crisis type thing.
Arcanoloth says, I remind myself it could always be worse. I just heard about Bruce Willis retiring from acting due to aphasia. That sucks.
Really? Bruce Willis has aphasia? Holy shit, how did that happen? You get hit in the head or something? Get a disease?
CMDR_Rizzle says, I have people to talk to, but that's not my style. I try to deal with it alone first. Arcanoloth says, Kevin Smith said he feels like a huge asshole now, cause they did a film a while back, and he complained that Willis seemed like he was checked out.
Yeah, aphasia. If you've ever met anyone with aphasia, it is so crazy. It's like they're speaking another language. They don't understand you. You don't understand them.
Arcanoloth says, apparently he's been hiding it for some time, according to everyone that's worked with him recently, and said he was very quiet.
Wow, it must be just like an early onset thing, because I don't know, has he been
Arcanoloth says,
sick or anything?
So apparently he was trying to save money for retirement.
Wow. And we're talking about the aphasia where...
CMDR_Rizzle says, DS9 episode Babel or whatever it's called. Everyone just says random shit.
Yeah. Wow. So we had this one lady came in with her husband one day.
Arcanoloth says,
she was just spouting out random words and scratching on her arm, and And I couldn't even understand. And he said she has aphasia. And it's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, and she's talking to me, trying to tell me something, and it's just random words. It's the same random word for certain things, though. So I'm thinking maybe we can make a translation thing, but it's always different for everybody. Nothing's ever the same. And he said that she had like a I think it started with a P. It's one of those F sounding ones, I think. Shit. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what he said she had. Syphilis, maybe, or something like that. That went into her brain and caused it to happen. It's always like some sort of an infection. It's some sort of disease or whatever, or like something in that, like you get hit or whatever, accidents, something that affects your brain, and then you get aphasia. And there's other like things out there that can happen too, where it's like facial recognition goes out the whack on in your brain too, to where people aren't recognizable to you that you've been around forever. It's just crazy. And then there's like people that it's almost like aphasia, but different people can start speaking
Arcanoloth
other
says,
languages.
brain shit scares me. I do not care if I end up in a chair, as long as I can game. But if I have no idea where I am, put me down.
Yeah, it's like my grandfather. He died from heart failure, but his mind was still there. He just couldn't physically do anything, and it was like just killing him, literally. But my grandmother, his wife, she has like dementia and Alzheimer's and stuff like that. She can run around, do all kinds of stuff, but she's out. She's gone, her head. But it's like foreign. It's like a foreign accent syndrome, but it's also foreign language syndrome, to where you've never spoken that language before in your whole life, don't know anything about it, then all of a sudden you can speak it. You can't understand your normal language anymore. It's like something in the brain just goes, and you're different. The brain can harness so many things. And I've been hearing about like how COVID has been eating away at the gray matter in the brain, which can affect memory. Since it kills people's smell, you can get that back. Some people can.
Arcanoloth says, still so much we don't know.
Yeah, that's why it's crazy. They've tried to map the brain and all sorts of things that you can do with it.
Arcanoloth says, long covered yet. Some people have brain fog.
Yeah, and it's a literally something that's real. Like, it's not like a mental confusion, it's a physical problem to where like
Arcanoloth says, 3 years into this, we are just now gathering that data.
I mean, I got a coworker that she tested positive for COVID like early this year and lost her sense of smell. She was like outside doing whatever, could smell, and as soon as she like walked into her house,
CMDR_Rizzle says, there's a G who lived around my area. Like a decade ago he got his ass hooped so bad, when he came to he could see mathematics and art and is now like a savant and an artist.
Yeah.
Details.
Yeah, that can happen too. I mean, people could have a brain injury and then all of a sudden they're like Mozart. They can play the piano from nothing, which makes me always think about like the fact that we have everything inside of us that we always need. We just need to channel it. That whole fascination with things. I don't know how I can describe it. But it's like if you wanted to be able to do one thing or learn something, you already know how to do it. It's in your head. You just have to unlock it. And I'm thinking that's kind of what's happening. Like we have all the knowledge of the universe like packed into our head, and some of it comes out like this or whatever. Some of it comes out like that. Some people lose their memories and become a wholly different persona and person, after an accident. Just things, like, and I'm thinking, what if that's like the soul?
Arcanoloth says, reading Stowe blog, new Disco S4 lockbox ship, it's a command science dread. DPS League is going to love this one.
Gonna love it. John Lovitz. It's like too with what is it? Nikola Tesla. How he always said that, or how it's written that he had always said that stuff just comes to him in his head, you know, like, and he would just write it down, like the universe was just giving him knowledge to pour out. What if we're all like that? You know, we just have that in our head, and
Arcanoloth says,
getting a hit.
the current DPS meta on Elite really likes kinetics with a side of science, so a science dread has a sick def, 4 FWD weapon slots for torps, and command seat for concentrate firepower 3.
Wow. Yeah, I'll never have that. You said lockbox. That's one thing I don't have.
Arcanoloth says, also there is a Trek convention in Chi Town and Cryptic is there.
They better ask the right questions. I need to kill 29 more Terrans. I mean, I need to unconscious.
Arcanoloth says, yeah, I'm not a fan of the aesthetics, but at least this one isn't a flying toilet.
Hey, my flying toilet. Don't talk about my toilet prize like that. No, I'm kidding. That would be, yeah, you mean a flying toilet, right? Like say, where is it at? Like this, or this. Let's go back to Operation Wolf again. Flying toilet, mister. Yeah, the flyby.
Arcanoloth says, they are doing a giveaway for a Borg Cube PC.
You still remember the flyby. They're doing a giveaway for a Borg Cube PC? That's pretty interesting. Riz, I've added so many more things to this stuff. I've added, that.
Shit!
Arcanoloth says, https://www.archimes.com/n/games/news/details/1151358 CMDR_Rizzle says, LOL.
Arcanoloth is slashing all the prices. There's also,
oh my.
There's a bunch of stuff I've added. There's, this. Random red shirt death every time you type red shirt.
How am I doing today, Gary Busey? You're doing great! Good! Then I'll keep it up!
Arcanoloth says, oh, that new ship trait, Scientific Bulwark, activating any bridge officer ability which increases damage resistance rating will also provide a boost to your control expertise, drain expertise, and exotic particle generator skills. This bonus lasts 15 seconds, and may be stacked up to 5 times.
Neat.jpg.
Arcanoloth says, neat.jpg.
Oh boy, this is going to be great.
Oh boy! Sounds like the Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz.
Keep them in one piece.
Ah, dang, I'm on auto. Hold on.
Attention, Terrans. Your efforts here are doomed to fail. Try to die well.
Die well, mister.
Heads up! They're using site-to-site transporters to...
Everyone knows it's Spider!
Let me!
Damien wins.
System hack is 25%.
Come on, we can do this with our blade because we need all the kills with our blade to get. Oh, you're not a Terran. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Damien. Damien. What, like the Omen guy? I am Klingon. Hear me roar. Klingon me. When you're in Great Hall.
The Rippin' and the Terran.
The Rippin' and the Terran. The pants are tearing and ripping. I'll help you move on to the shores of Great Hall.
Arcanoloth says, need a Terran command that's plugged into a sound clip of Hito Rick.
Terran command. Hmm. Agonizer booth. I don't want to go to an agonizer booth. Let me agonizer booth.
Arcanoloth says, hey Rick, tell us what keeps ya comin' back to Hedonism Festival.
The Rippin' and the Terran?
Arcanoloth says, the wild women, the Rippin' and the Terran.
Tearing it up, old style. I will attack your terrorists with my Klingon blade. He kicked me. Did you see that? I got that recorded. I've never seen anybody just kind of like do a smooth little front kick like that instead of something that looked like it would actually hurt. It's like he's kicking a little ball going, eh. You say something about bypassing your ass? Do not let any of the Klingons inside. Why am I always the one that runs over here to the door? No one else is ever over by the door. They're always killing other people. I can do it. I can run. At the database. I am trying to clear all these Klingon warriors.
Face me yourself, coward!
My name's not Coward, it's George. Look at that clip. Butters, you're just an asshole. I'm not just an asshole. I've got an arm, 2 legs. Everyone knows it's Butters. The hell, y'all ain't like, come over. I've never eaten chum before. That's usually for fish, I think. Yeah, we're gonna work a magic here.
Shoot to kill, you idiots!
That'll really motivate them.
You really must think highly of yourselves if you thought you had me.
There. I'm gonna go to the corner and eat my boogers.
Delete the database before they steal it from us.
I will destroy you, oh nice ass.
Surprise!
That's what she said when she had a strap-on on.
Computer, initiate transport.
I never know what's coming out of my mouth next. Nasty. Dekeed? His name is Dekeed, sir. Not Dickhead. Dekeed.
Surprise!
That's what she said. It's not rape unless you yell surprise first. Or...
Transporter room, now!
I am trying to destroy you, but you keep running away. Klingon me. Gary the Klingon. I am Gary the Klingon, and I am a battle holder.
Don't know when to quit.
Data acquisition at 50%. Watch out for trouble.
Watch out for trouble. Never try to watch out for trouble for you, buddy.
Emergency transport.
Shut the hell up, Kyle. God, the bitch is a stupid bitch, the biggest bitch in the whole wide world. She's a mean old bitch if there ever was a bitch. She's the bitch too. All that boys and girls. Have you ever met my friend? Kyle's mom. She's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world. Cartman's best friend was Kyle's mom. Yeah, ready me for the hood, buddy. I got the endeavor. I shall destroy you with my Klingon battleth. You are feeling the fierce wind of my Klingon battleth. I have the same moves, but they are continually going to rip you apart.
You're almost there.
Chop some wood with this son of a bitch, I tell you. Wood chopper. Wood chopper.
Not today, cretins.
Not gonna chop that wood today, are we? Beautiful day. It's my house. At least it used to be. I sold it years ago. Ripping and a tearing. Tearing and a ripping. Klingon! You will be destroyed by my battle. I tripped over my own feet.
Well done.
Klingons do not trip.
Damn it. Quinn the Tigress, get me out of here.
Damn it, Tigers, get me out of here. Dang it. Admiral Quinn, I chipped a nail. Prepare to be slumbered. Gary the Klingon. He doesn't do too bad to have a concussion, internal bleeding, head trauma. Let's see. Combat exhaustion × 2. Combat fatigue, concussion, head trauma, internal bleeding × 3. Muscle tear and more muscle and radiation sickness. He does pretty good for that. His name is not Ensign Lock Phasers, sir. You are confused. I shall defy gravity with my bat'leth. I will do a Pippi Longstocking attack on you. With a broom handle. Attack! Again! We will defy gravity! I was on fire. Was this NBA Jam? He's on fire! Jams it in! I will stand on top of the light. You will not let you. Might as well use a weapon that can actually shoot at it.
Arcanoloth
Fire.
says, RIP.
Rest in peace. What, did it die? Did my stream die again on you? Huh?
Scorpwana says, HRM.
Huh? Run, Rudolph. Santa has to make it to town. You think they have a Santa Claus on Kronos?
Arcanoloth says, Strim died. Scorpwana says, it back. Arcanoloth says, not yet here. Scorpwana says, Mother of Mary Joseph.
You're actually doing this! Amazing!
Lock phasers and missiles! Destroy them!
Scorpwana says, action shrugs. Arcanoloth says, and we back. Scorpwana says, it's still working FL me.
Keep fighting!
Steer working, mister. Steer. It shows that it's still uploading.
Inverted Paradox says, sips tea. Scorpwana says, passes gas.
I have never faced defeat. This is only a temporary setback.
Inverted Paradox says, my tea is made from fresh baby tears. Scorpwana says, farts in hand and throws it like an energy blast. Arcanoloth says, and boom goes the dynamite.
And boom goes the dynamite. Hadouken. Oh, yeah. We gotta spell it. Okay, here we go.
Hadouken!
Inverted Paradox says, I'm a monster.
Let's see. 313 Iconian is the lowest at the moment, so we'll go with Iconian. Iconian. You Conian? No. We Conian, sir. Beep, beep, beep. Here we are again. Defeat Tholian's ground. Oop, gotta spend a perk point there, bud. Damage resistant alpha. Space. Go ahead since it's space. Could really go for the ground stuff, but that's much later on. Alright, we are where on the map? Ooh. Okay. Go down here to Nukira, new whatever it is. In progress. These are going. I need to go over to the Betran cluster to see if there's anything going on over there. If you know what I mean.
CMDR_Rizzle says, 345, nice.
Nice.
Just passed 400 myself yesterday.
Wow, that's awesome. So you got like, what, 200 more to go? Let's see. There's only 3. I need to still raise a level to school. Let's see, at least 3 of them to go to level 5, so I can do kits and modules after that goes up.
CMDR_Rizzle says, unfortunately LOL.
Yeah, dude, I would have probably been like so much higher on the Endeavor thing had I started them whenever the Endeavor system started.
Says, I took screenshots at 69 and 420.
Oh, wow. Why 69? What's the significance? I don't understand. Let's see. Tholian ground, Tholian's 10. Okay, there's only 10 of those. That's not bad. You know, since it's giving out the reroll tokens again, who's buying them? You know, it's giving out a few at here at a time. Sausage beckons me. Cling on me when you're not strong. Oh, I fell. I seem to have failed, Captain. It's okay, Worf. We understand. We understand you don't know what the hell you're doing there, Lieutenant Worf. How you doing there, boy? Can't run. Okay. I destroy you with my battle's blade. I do not need this environmental suit. It just makes me feel better. It's so cozy. Wish I could save up for an actual Klingon one.
Arcanoloth says, Worf's Kara could be an Usha training video.
Lieutenant Commander Worf. Lieutenant Worf? Who was it? It was like a discussion about Miles O'Brien at one time somewhere. I can't remember where the hell it was at. About him not actually having a designation in Starfleet. Like, he wore like a uniform, you know, had pips on his, like, you know, his collar or whatever, but was never actually. So he's always like just Chief O'Brien. Chief what? I mean, you know. Chief O'Brien.
Arcanoloth says, O'Brien wore some LT pips briefly in TNG before they nailed him down as chief.
So it was just a cosmetic loophole or plot hole or something like that.
Arcanoloth says, you can say he was always a chief and it was a continuity error.
Run away! Run away.
Arcanoloth says, or you can go down the rabbit hole of Starfleet brevet ranks and fan theories.
I don't want to go down a rabbit hole right now. Last time someone did that, they ended up in Wonderland. I must get to a location where I can beam to my ship. Lieutenant Worf, how you doing there, buddy? You doing alright? Here. I must get away from these Tholians. His name is Leon. Tholian. Hi there. So you must be the new guy. How's it going? Yeah, you'll get there.
CMDR
Yeah, it's a nice
underscore
rifle you
Rizzle
got there.
says, in an early episode of DS9, don't they specify his rank once? Like in dialogue I thought someone mentions his full rank.
I thought at one time he had a rank, but, you know, like an actual thing. But in here in Star Trek Online, you know, what is it? Sphere of Influence or whatever, they refer to him still as just Chief O'Brien, as if he's never made captain. He's never, you know, like moved up in rank at all.
CMDR Rizzle says, Chief Petty Officer or whatever. Arcanoloth says,
Petty Chief
TNG
Officer.
establishes he is a chief, and DS9 cements that as Chief Petty Officer. He did not go to the Academy. Arcanoloth says, well, at least not the full 4 years of Academy training we see officers do.
Yeah. But I'd always just wondered about that because, you know, like I said, there's this thing called Pluto TV on the Roku that I have. And it's free Star Trek Online or Star Trek Next Generation episodes. And there was an episode with Chief O'Brien in the transporter
CMDR
room.
underscore Rizzle says, he's an NCO.
And he's got those pips, you know.
Officer
I'm thinking,
Rabbit 77 says, he was an NCO.
an
Arcanoloth
NCO.
says, but if you want to look for continuity errors, you can see his rank change several times in TNG.
Yeah. It's kind of like Geordi, you know, whenever he was wearing the red shirt on the bridge, sitting in the con chair or whatever. And then next thing you know, he's engineering. He's wearing yellow now. Same with Worf. He's wearing red. Now all of a sudden he's wearing yellow. I don't know. That's a very weird thing there going on here. It's very weird and crazy at the same time.
Arcanoloth says, but the intent early on in TNG was officers only while Roddenberry was in charge, and what we would use enlisted personnel for was completely automated. Arcanoloth says, that got walked back later on.
Oh, so maybe it's like treating them as they are enlisted
CMDR
and not actual
underscore
officers
Rizzle
then?
says, Worf got promoted cause Tasha died.
That's true. I forget about Tasha. I think everybody did after she decided to leave the show. But I don't know, is it like just a promotion and they
Arcanoloth
change?
says, yup.
I'd always wondered that, like, you know, if someone goes to captain and say they're just, you know, just a basic officer wearing like a yellow shirt, engineering officer, and they go to captain, do they swap that to the red in TNG? And if so, then why didn't Crusher change from like blue to red whenever she had a future ship and all good things at the last episode of TNG. But I guess since she's a science, they just stay blue or something. And it's confusing. I mean, I'm damn good at it. Mash up my greens for me, bye. Mash up my greens for me. I stand by. Ewy. Make it look like a maggots. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Oh, yes, you fruit fly maggot. So, like a dumbass, since there was this whole talk about manual creation and stuff, I took a lot of my bridge officer candidates.
Says, most commanders are tactical track, but we see lots of specialty role ships commanded by career officers in that specialty, doctors running medical ships, scientists running research ships.
Yeah. So I converted a lot of the ones I had into training manuals because I thought we're not going to be able to do that anymore because of the update. But I didn't know that it was just for specific ones.
Starfleet seems to be a service that respects expertise and subject matter experts and wants to retain those people by promoting them.
Yeah, it's like a self thing. You know, the whole like not having money but having self-pride, I guess. And then there's Data. Everyone knows it's just Data. Data didn't have emotions, but he sure did grin a lot. And grinning could be an emotion, unless he just wanted to mimic everybody. I don't know. It's like in Star Trek: The Generations, where he pushes Crusher, Beverly Crusher, into the ocean, and he has that like big grin on his face.
Says, yeah, even without money, you want to reward people for performance. We hear people say not everyone is Starfleet material.
Yeah. Well, there's like just normal people that live on Earth still too, and not in Starfleet. And since there's like no monetary thing anymore, people go to like bars, pubs, whatever, and they guess drink for free no matter what. So if someone says it's gonna buy a round on them, it's just free anyway. You know? There's like put it on my tab. Ah, that's a good one, you know. What tab? When Kirk, like I've mentioned before, when Kirk says in Generations that he sold his house years ago.
Yeah, it's an expression.
Yeah. But when he said he sold his house years ago, I'm thinking, sold it how? With what? I mean, who says someone just can't come up there and said, okay, this is my house now. What will you give me for it? We don't do money anymore, so it's mine now. Okay. Moves out.
Arcanoloth says, like we say rule of thumb even though nobody actually measures with their thumb.
They rule with their thumb. A thumbs up means good, and a thumbs down means bad. There's your rule of thumb. It's like somebody, you know, what was it, that Black Mirror episode where everybody had the ability to like what someone was doing and dislike, and if they got so many dislikes, they were like just treated like shit, you know, in the actual world. So is that kind of like how that would work, I'm guessing?
Arcanoloth says, I believe they still have private property, it's not anarchy. But maybe the house is in the middle of nowhere, so it has less value. You want a penthouse overlooking Central Park in New York, that costs more. CMDR_Rizzle says, well, Federation doesn't use money for Federation customers. But they need to keep currency on hand for the outsiders who visit and stuff. Pretty sure it's not quite a utopia where everything is free.
True. I mean, even the matter, antimatter, or, I mean, the matter what the fuck am I trying to say? You know, they can't make gold press latinum.
Maybe the basic APTs are like concrete blocks, like Soviet-era housing. The show never goes there because those people are not the main characters.
The replicators, yeah. Since they don't make like gold pressed latinum, they can make it all day long, kind of thing, you know. And people's need to wear glasses in the future versus being able to fix or something, you know, or Picard having an artificial heart, you know, and you're thinking, well, isn't it like 300 years into our own future or something? So wouldn't there be like the ability like just to regrow a heart for him? I mean, clone him just a heart and it worked perfectly or something? But
Arcanoloth says, yet, they state that anything that would be rare like dilithium or large quantities of antimatter, or a starship, has value. You can't just replicate those, and you need power to run the replicators, so that stuff is rationed.
yes, and you need several people that can take shits in order to reuse that matter to make things. One day we'll get there. One day. Okay. I have been streaming for 3 hours and 11 minutes.
Says,
wow.
That is a good question. Picard has an artificial heart because apparently cloning is illegal. CMDR_Rizzle says, gold is deemed worthless in DS9 because it can be replicated. That's why latinum is encased in it. Can't replicate latinum and it needs something to be embedded in, I guess. But in Little Green Men, Quark is interested in Earth's gold. Why? It's supposedly worthless to him.
Huh. That's interesting. Quark. Female. Human. The Ferengis are so weird. They can hear good, though.
Says, but now Picard is a synth, so no more artificial heart, and no more Borg stuff in his head, which is why he has to look to Seven to confirm that she hears the Borg.
And now she can't even hear the Borg.
Arcanoloth says, yeah, maybe a continuity error?
So what do you think about the doc? Well, I don't know.
CMDR_Rizzle says, more than likely LOL.
I don't know if we've all watched Picard in this chat, but where do you think they would go with like since something has happened to the Borg Queen? I mean, they got to get back, and I can't remember the freaking doctor lady's name ever. I don't know why. It's like it just doesn't pop in my head like the rest of them. I mean, is she like gonna go Borg Queen, or is it gonna be Seven like everyone's predicting? Like they think that the ending of Picard is gonna be Jean-Luc Picard dies, 7 of 9 will be the new Borg Queen, and stuff or something. I don't know.
CMDR_Rizzle says, Agnes Girardi new queen.
Agnes Girardi, new queen. Yeah, that's her name. Yeah, Girardi. I keep forgetting. It's like I don't remember her character until I'm watching the show. It's so crazy. Why is that, I wonder?
Inverted Paradox says, why did the triangle go to the drive? Because he was feeling pointy. Arcanoloth says, yeah, I have no doubt they will get back, we will see. Remember they are in their alt bodies, so maybe they all just die here? As long as the timeline resets, good to go? Temporal mechanics gives me a headache.
That is true. Like, if they're back in the past and they fix the past, technically they don't have to return to the future if it's fixed. They will only...
Arcanoloth says, Girardi did not have a lot to do S1, but now she is my fav in S2.
Like, if they go back to the future of a future, where would they return to said future? How would they return? Like, if they went back the same way and time has changed itself, would those changes be instantaneous, or would it just gradually get there as they got more toward the current timeline and the true timeline? So they can technically die in the past and not be affected.
CMDR_Rizzle says, with a powerless Q, maybe Picard does what he needs to do and Q magically, see what I did there, regains his powers.
Right? Like Q will get on board the ship too to go back to the present. I wonder if though if it's just him or the whole
Yet is this
continuum.
Back to the Future rules, or what?
Yeah, is it Q himself or is it the whole continuum? Because I talked about this like the other day. Like, what if he, the continuum has to exist across all timelines and all time at the same time because they are outside of our known time. So technically, he is the Q. Himself is that Q at that time, or is it he's just a version from the future of himself, even though it's all at once,
Something is blocking Q's powers, or maybe he is overexerting H9 himself, just holding reality together. That's my theory.
He sure is getting involved in a lot of shit, though. There's a lot more queuing going on there. But if the books of like Q stuff and all that, he's kind of like meddled with time of the Earth's past in those books too. Go back and actually make history happen. It's amazing, and I know we only have like, what is this? Was episode 5 or 6?
Inverted Paradox says, QS dying.
Q's dying? That would make some sense. If and he's not probably aware of it, or maybe he's just the continuum's losing. If the O are a real thing canon-wise, and not just in the books of Q, maybe they're at war there, and we don't know.
Arcanoloth says, it's hard to write a story about someone that can do anything. I think Voyager had the right idea with Quinn, being so bored he wanted to die. There is no challenge.
Yeah, it's kind of like playing a game and being in God mode. Like say for instance Minecraft. When you first start out playing it, you're creating things, you're building this, you're doing that, you're able to die. But then say a mod comes in and turns on keep inventory and makes it so you can't die and disables creepers or something, then where's the challenge?
And some of them saying, hey, that guy has a point, and others feeling very strongly they should not be allowed to ask that question, and being willing to go to war over this. CMDR_Rizzle says, anyways, I'm out. Have a good one.
All right.
I'll drop by again soon.
Well, thanks for coming in there.
Yep.
Thanks for coming back to this reality, Riz. I had been kind of worried, and I'm hoping everything is better for you. Or good for you right now, to a stable place.
Alright, I'm gonna come up there and punch you. Suck it! Charuta! You will die! Bow down to me! Oh, God. Okay.
It's sad that Judas doesn't play Star Trek anymore.
Well, punching was a bad idea.
He gave up on it, I think. He's done with it, I think. He doesn't... I don't see him streaming it anymore. Of course, I don't watch anybody's streams anymore myself.
CMDR_Rizzle says, he said he got burned out.
Which is totally understandable. I mean, the game can get that way. That's why you gotta...
Arcanoloth says, that I can understand.
Yeah. It's sad, because it can happen to any game, and it's just, if you continuously do the same thing over and over and over.
CMDR_Rizzle says, I think I overloaded his senses, lol.
Yeah, because there's a whole lot of stuff in this game that people don't realize. They think, oh, you just get a ship, get some weapons and shoot.
Says, have to play for fun or else what is the point? Streaming as a job would suck.
Yeah, I would not want to stream as a job. The headset itself gets heavy and hurts my ears after a while. Plus, I'm not entertaining. But there's that. Yeah, I'm gonna stop the stream anyway, because that's where I was getting at too. Is like, it's getting late in the morning, and I have to go to work earlier than normal. I really hate my job. Anyway, I thank all of you for coming out and
Arcanoloth
watching.
Says, GG.
I will continue my playthrough tomorrow of as usual, because I have that obsessive compulsive problem with playing this game and streaming it.
Arcanoloth says,
Hey!
in the
Hey!
words of Rihanna, work, 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 work.
Work, 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 work. Work, work, work. But yeah. So, thanks everyone that popped in today. Everyone from all over the world. I appreciate it. Appreciate you watching me fail at this game.
Arcanoloth says, her man must have listened, cause
Her-
she is super pregnant.
She preggers. She got a baby in the oven. Zruber. Alright, dudes, dudettes, and all those in between. I am gonna do a 5-finger countdown. Or the 4-finger and the thumb. Phalanges. Ulnar radius. Metacarpals, tarsals, all that sort of stuff in your hands. It's pretty interesting. And all the stuff in between. Alright. I'm gonna click end stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, Juan. Not that Juan, but this Juan. Good night, everybody. Good morning. Good evening. Have a good 24 hours. And many more after that. Bye-bye.